Hey, like that, we're live and it's Sunday again. What the heck's going on? Oh,
Right.
I need to change the color of my shooby doobies. My hold
Your
on.
shooby
My shooby
Shabooby?
doobie. My shooby
All
doobie. I want
this?
this to be not that green, not that green.
No.
What's green?
Yeah.
Oh, I like that green. Let's go with that. Okay. So I got the shooby dooby changed because that's
All
the
right.
official name of that bubble that holds the info. Welcome
Perfect.
in. I am Sarah, the traveling button. This is my husband, David. Junk Drunk Mantiques. Together, we are the Coleman Collective, and we pick a lot of vintage twice a week and
Yes.
bring it to you live twice a week. So welcome, 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 friends. It's nice to see everybody. It's good to be with you on a Sunday evening. Um, Holy cow, we are now to February 22nd, which is kind of
Yeah.
my mind, honestly. I'm not sure where February and January really went, but they're gone and adios.
Yeah.
So, how's everybody doing out there? I hope you guys are having a great night, having an okay week, not getting too overwhelmed with the constant news flow of idiocy. I'm
Right.
hoping everybody is hanging in there and okay. So, that being said, we had a good week picking. We found really fun stuff that we brought Wednesday night, and then we found some more stuff. And we decided to name tonight's sale Vintage from Around the World because really that's what we've got tonight.
Yeah.
It is a cool mix. David has found some really neat stuff this week. Um,
To you. Yeah.
I found some cool stuff. It's just been one of those weeks where I kind of love everything, kind of want to keep everything, but that's part of the job, right?
Right.
So,
Right.
yeah.
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 And I know some of our Northeast folks, they're bundling in for a huge snow.
Yes.
It's one of those nor'easterns that's coming in and bringing tons of snow.
Yes. So if you guys are in the Northeast, bundle up for that nor'easter coming your way because it looks like a doozy.
It does.
A real doozy. Welcome in, you guys. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here. It is so nice to be with you guys. Lisa is our awesome bid ender tonight. That is Lisa with the wrench. So thank you for being here, girly, and devoting your time. Lisa's got a brand newborn grandbaby that is just so precious, and I am sure it is hard to tear away from that little cutie. She is sweet as she can be. So thank you, Lisa, for your help. And good reminder, make sure, guys, that you are in all messages, otherwise known as live chat. If you're in what's called top chat, your bids will be filtered, and then we will all see them in a different order than if you are in live chat. Okay, so make sure that is the thing for you. We don't do just in case bids at all. If you're familiar with that, great. If you're not familiar, you don't even need to worry about it, what it is. We bid in whole dollar increments here in the chat. Because we sell vintage, of course, everything is, all sales are final, sold in as is condition. And of course, as always, thank you guys for being here to support small business. If you would hit those thumbs up on your way in, that helps us in the algorithm. If you throw some emojis in the chat, every comment, every interaction basically with the live stream helps. So thank you for that. If you are new to this, welcome. I saw Brenda was new, and we are so glad you're here, Brenda. Thank you so much for being here this evening. If you are new, what we need you to really quickly do is send your real name and your shipping address, as well as your username here on YouTube, because sometimes that's different. I need you to email all of that to ttbsarahc@gmail.com. From the email invoice, or from the email you send me, then I will send you back an invoice to your email address. If you don't have PayPal, don't stress. It will take any major card. I just get paid through PayPal with the link that I will send you. So that's pretty much the deal. We ship from Colorado. So we're kind of right in the middle, west is always a little cheaper, but definitely kind of right in the middle of things. We do have an eBay store and a merch link. Both of those are at the top of the chat where Lisa's dropped those links, as well as in the description of the video. So definitely check that out. And yes, great reminder. Thank you again. Hit those thumbs up. Welcome, Brenda Meyer. We love new people and happy you're here. Thank you so much for being here. Shannon, hi, good to see you. You gave your thumbs up. We love that. Thank you, Carly. Appreciate you. Hey, Vuvu's going to be backing up Lisa tonight, so thank you for your help in advance, Carly. Appreciate you very much. Yes, it's good to be with you all. So, hello, Kelly Abbott. Nice to see you. Yes, great explanation, Lisa. Thank you so much for helping Brenda. And Brenda, if you have any questions whatsoever, feel free to drop them in the chat. Everybody's really nice, really friendly. There are no bad questions. So, definitely come and hang out and enjoy. We have a nice bunch in the chat, which is great.
Yes.
Hi, Laura. Good to see you tonight, honey. Thank you so much. Hi, Alex. I know you're home with the boys tonight. Hope you're hanging in there, love. Red Spotty, howdy. Hello, all. I can tell it's going to be a great Sunday sale this evening. It is to me. It is vintage from around the world, and we have got some cool stuff I'm so excited to bring. Go ahead, baby. What are you going to say?
Oh, I was agreeing with exactly what you were saying. Yeah, super excited about all the stuff, like different time periods, but mainly just all around like different countries, from travels and all of that. So much fun. It's good to see you, Sharon.
There's our sweet Sharon and Charles. Hi, honey. How are you? You're in Hawaii now. I love that for you. Amazing. Okay. Our love to Mr. Freddie as well. Hi, Kathy. How you doing, baby? Good to see you. Welcome, welcome. And there is our friend Bradley. Hi, Brad. How's it going tonight? Laza's in the house, along with Brian. Hello. 24 inches blizzard conditions in Rhode Island. Good gravy. Oh, Kathy said they are getting it in Maryland. Yeah, I saw the weather. You sure are. You really are.
3 inches an hour or something stupid like that.
That squall line or whatever they call that thing. That was insane. Yeah. Hello, Wishnik. Great to see you, sweetheart. Yes, agreed. Karen Chase. Hey, honey, how are you? Thank you for being here with us. Yay. I love this. Okay, scrolling down. She said we will be out there the first week of March. Sweet. Oh, nice. I'm going to get some shopping with Karen time. And we're going to chill, Karen, and we're going to relax our brains, and we're going to practice some self-care. So just bring your self-care pants, because that's what we're going to do. Yep. Indeed. I love that. Hey, Robin, it is great to see you tonight, honey. Thank you for being here. Hello, Ogole. Nice to have you here. It is great to see you, sweetie. Thanks for being here, along with Don't You Know.
Hello.
And the chatters. I know. I love this chat. It's just the best part of our show. Everybody's so lovely to each other. Hello. Hi, Gail. It is so good to see you here. And aloha to you, Miss Thing. Aloha. Let's see. Okay, scrolling down. I see everybody chatting. I love that. Trina and Wayne, we missed you guys. How are you? How's things one state over from us? Let us know how you're doing. Good to see you in the house. Spotty is welcoming Brenda. I love that. I told you, Brenda, everybody's so sweet. Yes. And hey, Miff, how's it going? Working. Yes, I know it's daytime there, Miffy. So hang out. Hi, Tina. How are you? It's nice to have you with us tonight, as well as Simone. Hello. There's my girl, Kathy Burley. What's going on, sweetheart? So nice to see you. Thank you for being here with us. We have some cool items from Kathy tonight. Yes. Been cooking and charging everything just in case. That's really smart. Yeah. Hello from sunny Washington. There is our girl, Susan. Hi, honey. 52. Oh my gosh. That's pretty nice. That's about what it is here. What was it today, babe? Did we get up to?
I think it got up to like 40. Well, no, it was cut up to like 45.
Okay. I haven't really been out today, so I wasn't sure. Yes. Mm-hmm.
But bright and sunny.
Bright and sunny. Oh, yes, Brad. Just so mean. Ooh. Wordsmith and Evelyn, what's hunkered down on a snowy night, hot tea, and crafting mushroom picks all day tomorrow. Oh, how cute. I love that. Evelyn makes the coolest stuff. Hi, KP. How's it going, honey? Good to see you. Welcome in. There's B. Castro. Hey, hun. How are ya? Hello. Okay, I'm scrolling down. Elaine Linney is here. Love it. So many peeps in the house tonight. Put those thumbs up if you would, friends. We're already at 72 here. Throw those thumbs. You just doubled your square foot on your booth and added a bunch of fan stuff. That's so cool. Trina, that's wonderful. I love that. Send me pictures of your booth. Ooh, Gail and Steve are rocking it at 11 degrees. Ooh.
Ouch.
Ooh, how are the kids doing, Gail, in Minneapolis, in Twin Cities? How are they doing? Let us know. So those of you that are familiar with our community, you know, Phil's service was this last Thursday night, and it was really nice to be there. I saw a lot of you there, and we had our chat in a comment thread in our Facebook group. If you haven't joined the Facebook group, the link is in the description of the video. Please do. And it was a really beautiful service. We cried through the whole thing. Most everybody that I talked to did. And what a neat honor of Phil's life and her love for Art Deco, and right down to, you know, the food they had, the clothes they wore for the service. They had it in a theater. She was a huge lover of theater and the art. So it was really a cool nod to everything that was Phil. And I will tell you, it was funny this week when we went out and about to look for goodies. I said, okay, Phil, I need some good luck. I need you to find me some stuff. And sure enough, I found a wonderful Art Deco piece. So on behalf of Phil, she was with us this week. I do have a stunning Art Deco piece to bring you guys. So it really was, Karen. Wasn't it such an awesome service? I just absolutely loved how they tied in how kind she was and how generous and giving and organized and sassy. And, you know, I really appreciated all of that about her. She was just a lovely human, and her service was awesome. If you have not gotten to see it and you would like to pay respects to Phil by watching her service, I did post it in the community tab here on YouTube. So definitely check it out. I know, KP, I do too.
Yeah, Facebook as well.
It's very strange not having her here, having her text me, I'll be there to mod, you know, so it's very strange.
Yeah, and Sarah had a really nice excerpt that she sent in that they wanted her to talk about Phil and her time with her. And it was a really good representation of our little community here and how she made us all feel. So it's definitely worth going and seeing. And it was just a beautiful service. So many friends from all around the world traveled there to pay respects and everything. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yes. She had people there from China, all over Australia. Like, I was just so impressed. I mean, she's just a quality human, and you knew it by her service, you know? I don't want to cry again. Ugh. Thank you, Leslie. I really, you know, anytime, I think that's maybe the second time I've submitted something for a eulogy in my whole life. And I just wanted to make sure that I did her service on behalf of our community and what she meant to all of us. So thank you for that. Thank you. A lot of talk about Aussie football. Port Adelaide is who she barracked for. No comment, says Miff. Oh, she would love to fight you on that, Miff. That's so cool. Sarah, I'll be doing some research regarding what I messaged you about. Yes, Brian and I are cooking something up to honor Phil, and we'll keep you abreast of that. So thank you.
I love that.
Hi, Bree. How's it going, sweetheart? I know. Yeah, Brad, I know. Isn't that wild? We said the same thing, like how big an impact somebody you've never met has had on you. Okay, I'm not going to cry again.
Right.
But yeah, gosh, yeah. That was how it was for me. That was definitely how it was for me, and I know it was that way for you guys too. So good stuff. Good stuff. And thank you to those of you that took the time to come Thursday night. I know that meant a lot for her. So
yeah.
That being said, gosh, so let's play vintage.
Yeah.
And let's get down to it. If you, again, are new or you have any questions whatsoever, please don't hesitate to ask. Anybody in the chat can help you. And Bree said we went to Nebraska today and got hubby a car, and we've been married 15 years. Oh, happy anniversary to you, Bree and Xavier. I think the world of you guys, and we're so glad to have you as our friends. And happy anniversary. You are one of the couples we know that are kind of like David and I as far as how close you guys are. And I love about you both. So love to you both.
That's awesome.
Happy Annie. Happy Annie. Yes. Alex, it sure was. It was just so good. Hi, Wildflower. How you doing, baby girl? Yes. Love you. Love you. All right, you guys. So that being said, we have 15 major rounds of vintage to get through. So that means we've got 30 rounds tonight. And we should get going if we want to get through it all because there's a lot of stuff. So yes, Miff, I did too. And that is so true. That is definitely how she was. If she wanted a gift to someone, she would send me their exact email she wanted written on the note. I mean, she was just very organized about everything that she did. And I love that.
Yeah.
Hi, Perry, how are you, sweetie? Good to see you tonight. Thanks for being here. So, David, I think you have one more item than I tonight, right?
I do.
I'm going to make you go first, Big Daddy.
Oh, no, Big Daddy. All right. Well, okay. Well, we're going to start here in the U.S. for part of this. It rejected my comment. So comments may be an issue tonight.
So, FYI, if you were not here Wednesday night when we had all these bizarre issues, YouTube has done something strange in the way they're throttling certain words right now in the comment section in YouTube. So if you bid on something and you see that message or you see an X or it comes through, but I don't acknowledge it, that means I have not seen it. So please feel free to let us know if we have to go back into bids, we can. But that's what went on Wednesday night. It was just glitchy as all get out in the chat.
Yep.
Mod said maybe a thing for you too, Lisa, putting in bid end. It may squirrel out with you. It did with Victoria on Wednesday. So, Victoria's good with the flu, guys. Send her some healing vibes, prayers, love, all that stuff. Yeah.
Yep. So let's go ahead and give it a shot now.
You broke the internet.
So this is made in America. There's no marking on the back. There's a couple of different companies that made these, though, in the 50s through the 70s. And so this is often called a cam tray, but I think that was actually the company, one of the main companies. But you have that cool spaghetti design. It's a green large tray. And these were mass-produced and made for school and different cafeterias. So this one is actually bigger than some that I saw online. This one's 18 by 14. Most of them are like 12 by 16 or something like that. Yeah, lunch lady laying. Now it does, from being stowed away, it has just a little bit of wear on one lip, and that's just where I think sun hit it for quite a long period of time. Otherwise, the rest is in really good condition, and that size is so great for a backdrop or to set on like a wood table or something and display. And these do go up there. These are pretty expensive. So $18, great price. And that is from an estate sale. And no breaks or anything in the fiberglass texture. So, and you can see some wear on the back. That'll
spaghetti drizzle is really cool.
Yeah, the spaghetti is really neat. It's like an off green. So it's a white, but kind of an off green there. And then the darker green is close to seafoam green or even a teal, depending on the sun. But yeah, really nice condition on that. Mine is just a little bit of the lip right here. So if you're going to put it in a display, just put that one down there and you won't see it. And then this one, our Vuvu, we were on the phone with right before we went into the thrift, and Sarah said, wish us luck, give us some vibes, some good vibes. And look what Susan Arvuvu sent our way. Good vibes.
Just, you were there too. It's Vuvu and Phil. Yeah.
Yes, Vuvu and Phil. But yeah, what's great about this is it's not vintage. I will say this bottle's not vintage. I did look up what it says on there. It is dated 2015. And they are still making them, but they started making them a long time ago. And they are made for packaging and selling sake. So the sake that was in here, I don't know the name or the brand, but it's just a regular Japanese sake. And so it's a sake bottle in the shape of one of those kokeshi bottles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You think they used dental floss to help make that tray? You never know. I don't know how they did that drizzle. If they just like, I'm not sure, honestly.
You know,
I keep commenting to you guys, but it's rejecting my freaking comments.
That's frustrating.
I'm going to try on my phone.
Yeah, I don't know how they made that. I'm going to have to look that up. I think it's something about like while it's hot, they like string in just that spaghetti style. and then pull it out, and then that way it just kind of rests in it. I don't know. I definitely want to check that out though. Just checking on that. I want to show you this that I just saw under the light. It's not a crack, but there's just a little bit of, yeah, just a little bit of a surface kind of crack. So just wanted to note that, but it doesn't go all the way through.
Okay.
So just wanted to note that. So yeah, beautiful fiberglass. You're right, KP. And then this bottle here I was talking about from 2015, great to add in with your barware, but also if you do love kokeshis and Japanese style, very cool design with the little feller down at the bottom, beautiful colorful stripes all the way around, and then that nice hand painted face as well. And the cork is still there, so you could use it or just display it. So Gail, thank you so much for your bid. This is going to be for our American-made cam tray or our Japanese-made sake bottle. All right, here we go. 15, 14, and this little lady is about 12 inches tall. 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8. Yes, dragon face, you are correct. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end.
Yes, Kathy's right. Fiberglass, indeed.
Yes.
I'm trying to make sure I get everybody's comments. Ooh, so weird. Okay.
Yeah. And so right now, Gail is the only one in. There's our bid in. So Gail, let me know if you want our bottle or if you want our tray. I think I know, but I'll make you say it.
Sloppy Joe, sloppy Joe. Yeah, it's just so light shady. I love it.
Yeah, and then she's gonna be $18 if anybody wants to snatch her.
All right, cool.
Thanks. Thank you, Gail.
All right. I am going to start out with such a cool find. I'm starting these at $40. And that is way under what they go for, especially for their age. So these were new to me. This is the first time I have ever found these. And they are made in Germany. And the brand is Han. And they were made by a particular artist, and her name is Lottie Sievers. And I don't know if I'm saying that right, but it's Lottesievers. And these are so cool. They are considered German heirloom folk art, and they are hand faceted. And how you can tell that you have a Lottie Sievers bunny, a couple different ways. The older ones have this wired ligature for arms and legs, and they have more of the muted colors, and they were made out of felt. Now let's talk about Ms. Bunny. She has a little bit of what I would call discoloration. So I was like, okay, let me see if I can spot clean that. I tried to, and I ran a little bit of water over it and tested it to make sure it was color fast. And it's wax that's on her. Like the water just instantly repelled, and I knew it was wax. So she has a little smidgen of discoloration right there. And then see that little spot right there on the felt? This whole little red petticoat underneath is felt. Now, these date, I ended up doing quite a bit of research on these, and they date to the 70s. And she had a Peter Rabbit influence, which harkens back to the cute Beatrix Potter books that were written in the early 1900s. And yes, she is just the cutest. Now, a lot of times, the ones that were made in the 70s had a gold sticker on the bottom, which apparently did not stay on very well because neither one of my bunnies have the gold sticker. However, I did compare them with other ones of her work, and they are legit German Lottie Sievers. Now, they are carved from lime wood, and that's also known as basswood or lindenwood. And they, she particularly liked this wood because it was easy to paint on. So all of the little eyes and everything are hand painted. I keep freezing. Oh no. Lisa, guys, let me know if I'm still frozen. I can't watch this. Everything keeps stopping. Okay, Tina, we'll see you later. I don't know. I can't help it.
Hmm.
It's just the way it goes. Um, so let me know if you guys are seeing me. I'm so sorry if it just keeps freezing. And there's not much I can do about YouTube. YouTube has been horrible this week. I don't know what the heck's going on. But what's neat about this company is that they are still in business today. And they still make these bunnies, but they are not the same. You can tell the old ones have the felt clothing, and they have the really nice kind of a rose tone complexion on the wood. And they really are a very prestigious brand from, guess what region in Germany? Erzgebirge, of course. So there were so many wonderful folk artists that used wood as their medium. Freeze's sound is still there, then it plays catch up. I don't know, you guys. I'm so sorry.
I adjusted the Wi-Fi, so it should be balancing out now. Let's just see. Yeah.
Let me know. Hopefully I'm not frozen up still. But this is going to be for both of them. They are going to come together. Each one goes for 60 to 75 each. So I felt like 40 for the pair with a little bit of discoloration on her skirt was very fair. And the density of the wood that she used, again, definitely holds the paint. You can see my guy is in a little felt jacket, and he has stick pins as his buttons, and then it looks like some little sequins also, which again harkens back to their age of 70s or older. So I did a deep dive, and I thought they were so interesting. The faceted faces, so you can see how the bunnies are carved to almost look like a stone facet. That is a true telltale sign of her work, along with this really primitive wired ligature, and every single leg, foot, and everything is hand carved. So they are German folk art from the 70s, carved from lime wood, and the brand is Hahn, Hahn, and the artist is Lottie Severs, and that's Lottesievers. So, yeah, these are really cool. One last note, if anybody does bid on these, please do not use water to clean them. It said that the wood, the paint on the wood is not like overglazed, and it could mess up the paint. So if you dust them or what have you, just don't use water. So notice when I use my microphone, you guys freeze. If I type in with the keyboard, it doesn't freeze. Weird. Are we still freezing, guys?
I haven't seen you freeze up for a while, but
okay. Let me know if it's still freezing.
Now you're freezing up
a bit. I hope everybody heard me and could see. But yeah, they are Erzgebirge. Isn't that crazy? Oh, and the town in Germany that they're made is called Brockel. Brockeo. All good. Okay, good. Good. Okay. Thank you, Karen. Thank you, Spotty. All right. So 40 for the pair. They are worth quite a bit more. Google them. Lottie Severs bunnies from Germany. And again, that starts our sale around the world. These little German folk bunnies from these. All right. Thank you. Good. Okay. Hopefully, yes, I'm all thought out. Okay.
Awesome. Okay. I have a couple of items from Mexico now. And let's start off with this really beautiful bird. And it's not signed Tonala, just signed Mexico, but Tonala style. So you can see the Mexico signature there. And it's hand painted with a nice blue tone for the head, which I kind of like. You don't usually see the blue, and orange leaves around the sides. What made me have to get this one, and why it's worth a little more, is because it has a cute little deer on its back. And absolutely love that. Rarely do you find a bird, Mexican bird, with a deer or another animal on the back like that. So cool. Little etchings of it looks like birds in the sky, and going all the way. Okay, with the little feet nubbins for the front. And you can see there's a little bit of wear off the bottom. Looks like a tag was on there. But as far as the painting for the actual art piece itself, looks really nice.
Hi, Helen.
Really nice. Hey. And there's that deer, really cool looking. And so that's from Mexico. Can't tell you for sure right where it was from, but definitely a nice vintage piece. And we got this from a cool estate sale that had a couple of different really nice pieces from their travels. So thank you, Susan Lee. I see your bid. And I also found this guy, and he was in a different room with their toys, but this is from a Mexico travel down in, let's see, Guerrero. So Guerrero, Mexico. And this would be, they call it a Tiger RE, but it's actually representative of the Jaguar in Mexico. So yeah, and so they use these, and this would be like a tourist piece that they made so that way you could take it home and enjoy it. But what they were traditionally made for and still used for are for different traditional dances. A lot of those dances having to do with hunting. So when I looked this guy up, they go all the way up to like 90, 100. I think a lot of it depends on where made, as well as how old. I would say probably 80s, judging by the estate sale we got it at. But like if this was older with hairs coming out, it could have been a traditional real mask. So yeah, it's just a really cool piece of folklore from Mexico, and as well as our beautiful little bird with the deer on the back. We'll keep the back to you.
I've never seen one with a deer on the back. It's so sweet.
Yeah. Yeah, Brian. I love these pieces. And thank you so much, Susan Lee. So if you're interested, jump in now. And if you don't see your bid highlighted, that means we don't see it on our end. The bird is 4.5 inches, and the tiger or jaguar is 4 inches. All right, let's count down. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Slow down. And he does have his original little hanger.
Those are awesome pieces. Nice picks, babe.
Yeah.
Those are so cool.
Thank you. Love them.
I love an eclectic style too, for like a wall vignette with a bunch of little masks.
Yeah.
From around the world. It's a lot of fun to collect.
Yes. So Susan Lee, let me know if you are interested in our bird deer or our deer bird or our jaguar.
Fantastic. Thank you, Susan, for your bid. We appreciate you, Curly. Congrats.
Okay. Got you for the bird.
Bird. Awesome. Okay, you guys. So guess what? I have a very hard to find stiff little critter, and I'm going to start him at 50. Now, let's talk about this one. Super cute. And he would have traditionally been named Bucky because his name is Roebuck. And the Bucky tag, you can see right here where his chest is, the little stiff paper tag that they always traditionally hung right here, would have said Bucky, but it's spelled Boecky. Okay. Now we are able to identify our stiff animals by several different things. Usually the tag is on the ear. You can see where the tag was. There's the hole for the little silver tag. It's not there. And on the tag, there's usually a little yellow identification. Okay. So the yellow identification, I was able to find another one like him. And I was able to date her. So she is dated between 1971 and 1977. We know her number, if you are a stiff collector, her number is 1811/22. And again, on those numbers, that is actually how you identify your stiff toys, on their year, their production, and so on. Now, this is the 8.5-inch mohair Bucky. And we know the years as well because Bucky, originally the one made in the 50s, has sewn antlers. And this Bucky has felt airbrushed antlers. So that's why we know that he is 70s as well. As you guys know, Steiff is kind of the royal family of the toy world, if you will. They're a German toy maker, and they are known for their quality toys. They were the first ones to make the teddy bear in 1902. And of course, Teddy Roosevelt was in office at that time. So that whole thing took off. And they've been making quality German toys ever since. Now, the old ones are the ones that are the most valuable. So this only other one you'll find like this for this time period in the 70s is $125. So I felt like starting her at 50, felt like starting him at 50 was very fair. He has no issues whatsoever. The only thing that's missing is it was probably a child's toy. So they went and took the tag out of his ear and took off his little Bucky tag. Yeah. But it is legit Steiff. And again, if you know, you know. Definite, beautiful, soft mohair. And just so sweet and lovely. And I love that you also can identify Bucky by that stitch right there in the nose. Okay. That is not a negative space. That is an actual Steiff stitched nose, and has, of course, the traditional Steiff glass eyes and the airbrush paint that makes Steiff so recognizable. Yeah. So thank you so much, Kathy, for your bid at 50. Bucky is happy to find a home in beautiful shape. He does have the wires in the legs as well. So Bucky stands absolutely great on his own, stands up and displays wonderfully, and is just so cute. Neutered him in a split second. I know, Helen. What are we going to do?
Yeah, could you imagine if teddy bears were actually called Abe bears?
That would be really weird. That would be really weird. Fun fact, by 1907, between 1902 and 1907, Steiff produced 1 million teddy bears. So pretty cool. Yeah. When you think about an old toy company back in the early 1900s. All right, so we're going to count Bucky down. Thank you so much, guys, for your bids. And Kathy is in the lead at 50, and we're looking for 51 on Steiff Roebuck from 1970s. Here we go. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sweetest face on this guy.
Sweet Bucky dear.
I love the little airbrushed painting that they do on all of these. Definitely on the mohair, it sticks out, it stands out. It's just epic. It's so beautiful. So thank you so much, Kathy. I see your bid, and there is the bid in. Congratulations. Bucky's coming to you, Kathy. Thank you. Thank you so much. Congrats.
I imagine he talks like that guy from Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Hey, guys. Kind of like.
Yeah.
So I have a really cool lamp that I found out picking, and I could not find real good information on it. The only thing I could find was that a lot of bobbin companies did create different lamps to sell in their store just as extra pieces to sell, extra way of making income. So this is an old bobbin. There's no marking on it. I do believe this was not mass produced, but kind of mass produced. You know what I mean? Like partially produced by a company, not handcrafted. A lot like, you know, those Union and different Noma pieces back in the 50s and 60s. Well, this comes undone here, and it's just a big bulb that has like the silicone on top. And then that's like a cardboard texture with the fake wax drip. And it's on a real bobbin with the spool of thread still on there. And it's nicely done. So if it's a handmade job at home, they did it very professional. But I do think it was probably a bobbin company that made these a long time ago. The electric looks like about 60s, maybe early 70s. And it does have the toggle switch, so it's easy just to turn on and off. Yep, perfect for your dark arch bowl.
There you go.
It's so cute. A whole bunch of mice or any decor like that. I know Brad has tons of mice that he likes to decorate with. And yeah, it's a really cool piece, accent light that can fit in to most light least some bookcases, because it does sit about 10 inches tall, and the bulb itself does not get hot. All right.
That's so cool.
Yeah, Victoria. Yep. Isn't that cool? So an upcycled bobbin, usually I would sell something like this bobbin itself $16 to $18. So like as an actual light, heck yeah, what a deal.
I like that bulb too, with like that looks like a real flame. It's cute.
Yeah,
it's very primitive. And you know what is so hot right now? It's cottagecore. And this would not be any more cottagecore. It really is that farmhouse, primitive, fun look. Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't either, RVU. I saw this and I was like, who made that? And yeah.
Yes, it is. Yes, it's very much so. Cool for sewing. I think anywhere too, you need just a little pop of light, whether it's in a shelf or the corner of the kitchen. Yeah, it would definitely be great with all kinds of primitive stuff like candlesticks and so on.
Yeah, agreed. Looks really cool, lights up, and you can see that warm glow. Just a little accent light, nothing too much. And like I said, it measures right at 10 inches tall, and it is nice and heavy on the bottom, so it's not going to knock over on you. So just $26. Thank you, Karen. I see your bid. Yeah, when it lights up, it looks... Lisa, time out. Time out, Lisa. It is cute, Lisa. It's a cute little fella. Yeah, I love it. It could even make a nice little reading lamp, or put it next to your cheese wheel. Let's go ahead and count it down. Thank you so much.
Yeah, academia too. Cute. I agree, KP. Yeah, yes.
Very, very. All right, let's count down. Thank you, Karen. If anybody else wants to get in, looking for 27, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end.
Bid end. Yes, I love it because Karen's Curtis, his sister lives up in Woodland Park. So I get to see Karen because Curtis's fam is up here. I love it. So
love that. All right, Karen, congrats.
It's coming to you. Thank you, girly.
Cool.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay, so speaking of wonderful tales from the UK, early 1900s, like Steiff, these are Beatrix Potter beads, and I got into a whole little cachet of them. They are the hardbacks from 1986, which ironically are the ones that I had when I was a kid. So how sweet is that? We are going to quick claim these. So I'm going to show them all to you, okay? And then I'll give you the price. And then just quick claim, you guys, I'm going to take the first people when I say the price, the first people to write the titles of the ones you want are going to get them. Okay. Here we go. That's right. We're buzzing off to England now. All right. So we have the Tale of Timmy Tiptoes. My bad. And these are nice on the inside. They've not been written on or anything. For many unknown little friends, including Monica. And of course, these are all English. And they do have the nice full color illustrations as well as the pages. So first two, okay? Think about titles that you're wanting, or you might need it in your collection. We have the Tale of Two Bad Mice, and we have the Tale of Timmy Tiptoes. So Squirrel Mouse. Remember titles. That's what we're going to claim them. The next two will be the Tale of Benjamin Bunny or the Tale of Jemima Puddle Duck. I had both of these when I was a kid, both of those. And I had the frog one too. There is the next two will be the Tale of Tom Kitten or the Tale of the Flopsy Bunnies. So cute in your Easter display as well. So I love these for that reason. Beatrix Potter made the sweetest stories around these animals and made them all anthropomorphic, which I just adore. So those are your next two, Tom Kitten and Flopsy Bunnies. Then we have the Tale of Mr. Jeremy Fisher. I had that one. And the Tale of Miss Tittlemouse. So there's another mouse one. Those are the next two. And then the last three we'll put together. We have the Tailor of Gloucester, We have the tail of Mrs. Tiggywinkle the hedgehog, or the tail of Squirrel Nutkin, which I also remember having. All right. So these are all, and the way you're going to claim them when I say the price, then you're going to claim by title. Okay. You can just put like Jeremy Fisher. You don't have to put the tail of. Just claim them by the animal. So like Timmy Tiptoes or Mrs. Tittlemouse, Tom, etc. Okay. So these are $5 each, and claim them with the name of the animal. Bad Mice, Jemima, Benjamin, Flopsy, Tom Kitten, Tittlemouse, Tommy Tiptoes, Tiggywinkle, Squirrel Nutkin, Gloucester, Taylor, you can just do Taylor, or Jeremy. Okay. So Kelly Abbott is taking Tom Kitten. I've got you, sis. Tom Kitten is coming to you. Benjamin is going to Kathy Burley. Where are you at, Benjamin? Benjamin Bunny, Kathy Burley. All right. And then anybody else want to claim these? They are $5 each. Claim with the name of the animal. Name of the animal. You absolutely can, Kathy. You sure can, babe. Thank you so much. Congratulations. That worked out great. Everybody did what they wanted. Thank you, friends. Thank you. Thank you.
Awesome.
Enjoy. And thank you, Kathy. And thank you, Kelly. And thank you, Miss. Where did it go? Where did it go? There was somebody else.
Oh, it was Kathy.
Kathy. Yes. Thank you. Thank you, girls.
Congrats.
All yours.
Well, Kathy, I'm bringing something that you sent our way, and I want to thank you so much. These are beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
I have the pair, and they're coming together. These were sent to us by Kathy Burley, and where did you find these? I really would like to know.
Tell us, Kathy.
Yeah, tell us a little bit about them if you have some backstory on them. But what I did find out, they are 60s, 1960s for sure, with a nice 3 tones. So you have the teak wood, you have the brass for the ends, and they're seated into the wood. I thought about putting in some glue and fastening them down, or even crimping it down. But then I was like, they rest fine, so I would just leave them. Okay, Goodwill, that's so awesome. These are a great Goodwill. You can see they were used. They could be shined up a little bit more on the brass, but I left them as is. But there's 2 of them here, and they have the brass, the teak wood, and the cast iron. So it's Danish for sure. I just don't know what company made them, but Danish design. And you have a little bit of that Spanish revival brought in with a little bit of MCM. And a lot of people call it online, they call it the cigar candelabra or the torpedo. And you can see that kind of looks like a cigar.
Yeah, it's so cool.
Very cool. And so this one here, the feet are a little wonky. So I'm going to show you how that is. It does sit fine, but it's a little wonky. You can bend it. I just didn't personally bend it, but I can if you want me to. But I wanted to show you what it looks like with the set of candles in them. I had them fastened down just a little bit so they're kind of straight, but they do take just a regular size taper, very hefty, so they will support any tapers you put in them. And then you have the 2 sets. So when you have the 2 sets, it does really look nice. Now the candles are going to be a little wobbly on me. No breaking of the candles. I should have tacked them in. And then you've got the second set. So you can do something, like that. Put them in 2 different spots, set them up together, but just really beautiful craftsmanship on these.
What a brass Jackson.
Yeah, and I did look online. They do go for a pair. They go for 70 and up. So 42 is a really good price on this, almost the price of one. So
Kathy, for thinking of us, you rock.
Yeah, thank you so much. There might be something coming your way. So yes, they are very nice construction. This one here is great wood on both sides. This one here just has a little bit of wear, probably a little too much polishing.
Thank you, Susan.
But yeah, really beautiful. Thank you, Susan. Yeah, I just absolutely love this design. And when you think about the different things you can put it with, there are multiple styles that it'll fit in with, which that's what I like because I have such an eclectic house.
The cigar style is just rad. I've never, honestly, Kathy, I have never seen these before.
Thanks.
And I love that you've got the mid-century, like tubular look, and then you've got just a hint of that Spanish revival in the little iron round feet. It's just really a cool style.
Yeah, it looks good with a lot of stuff. Man cave, military stuff, tons of things. It also reminds me of like trench art type of pieces too.
Totally.
So let's count down. Oh, nautical as well. Yeah.
I see that here too. Yeah.
All right, Susan, thank you so much. We're going to count these down. Thank you, Kathy Burley.
I do too.
All right, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end.
Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. We have almost 100 people here. If we could get everybody to hit that thumbs up button really quick, that would be freaking amazing.
Yes,
so
thank you guys
so much. And congratulations, Miss Jackson. You have got some serious wood coming your way, girlfriend.
Yes, me too. I'm surprised Lisa didn't have anything to say about that.
I know, Lisa behaved. What's happening? What's happening, Lisa?
Thank you, Susan.
So awesome. Okay. So you remember I said I felt like Phil was with me, and even David and I were talking in the car. I was like, okay, Phil, I need some good luck today. And literally we found this right after. Like
as soon as we walked in.
Yeah, it was the first thing I found. And I was like, thank you, Phil. So this is an art deco piece that she would have absolutely loved. And I'll be honest with you, I gave a little pause about bringing anything that looked like a nude figure of a woman right now because of everything going on in society and politically and all that. I was like, do I bring anything nude right now? But I'm going to tell you something. This is art. And I think there is a fine line between distasteful and foul and perverted and actual art. So that being said, this is a rather iconic piece. And I know, right, Susan, she totally would have grabbed this. And what's so neat about it, I'm starting it, by the way, honey, at 60. This is actually a revival piece. So while she looks like bronze, she is not. She's ceramic. This is a hobbyist piece from 1974, and it's signed on the bottom, which is so cool. But let's talk about her. So this is actually a 70s neoclassical revival of Art Nouveau. And I just want to show you her face. She is just so absolutely stunning. She is supposed to, the original is supposed to look like 20s, 30s cast bronze, of course. Now, whoever did this, I think her name is Jackie, and she gave it to her husband. It's signed on the bottom. It's so sweet. Whoever did this put this really lovely finish on her. She does not have cracks, you guys. She doesn't have issues. This for me was like, thank you, Phil. Thank you so much for such an absolutely fantastic find. Right, KP? I know. So beautifully done. So let me show you. We've got, let me find it. Here we go. To Jack from somebody. Hold on. To Jack from Arlene, 1974. There it is. To Jack from Arlene, 1974. So I got to researching. Well, what is this then? If it's a hobbyist piece, what the heck is it? Right? I know, Kathy, when I first walked in, I about died because I thought it was bronze. And then, of course, I picked it up and I was like, okay, cool. Still love it. So it is a stylized, kind of streamlined art deco silhouette. You'll notice she's really has this stunning figure from the side, right? And she is known as what's called modesty or the bather. And there were lots of companies that did these in the 70s. But what we came down to is that it is likely Holland mold, Atlantic mold, or another one called Scioto mold. And that was the three that came up that she could be. Now, a lot of times those molds would make a mark. But in the 70s on these bigger pieces, apparently sometimes they didn't, which explains why there's nothing on her other than the signature of the person that finished her. Okay, so let me tell you about her size-wise. To the top of her head, to the bottom of the stand, we're at 24 inches. At her widest part, which is going to be elbow to towel, we're basically 9 inches wide. And she is just absolutely a beautiful piece.
I've never seen her.
What'd you say, baby?
I've never seen her, and I'm always looking at,
Right.
wherever I'm picking for anything Art Nouveau, Art Deco.
Right. Yeah, I was just so impressed with how wonderful she is. And you know what? It was funny. I was reading in 1974, the trend was like old world decor, and David's folks had one of those oil lamps where it had like the figural bather in the middle, and then the oil came down the strands on each side. Those are, by the way, if you find one out picking that still works with oil, they are worth like $300-400 now. It's crazy. Yeah. So anyway, I'm just thrilled with her. I'm calling her my Phil find for the week. Yeah. Art Deco as she could be, not quite Art Nouveau because there's really not a lot of organic material. It is very streamlined and more modern. So that is why she is Art Deco. I'm going to start a countdown. Thank you so much, Susan, for your bid. If anybody would like to get in on her, she is 24 inches. We will ship her with absolute love and care. She would be just stunning on a column as a statement piece. She'd be beautiful in a bathroom. Honestly, I would leave her out, And oil lamp, totally, Kathy. That was the style, right? Yeah. So, okay, guys, I am going to start a countdown. Thank you so much. And I just love her. Yeah, I like how, and that's why it said that her name is Modesty, because she's being modest, but she's in the bath. Isn't she lovely? Yeah. Thank you so much for your bids. Here we go. We're going to count her down. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Thank you so much.
Just beautiful, stunning. Could you imagine her around all of your greenery, just kind of like poking out?
In a garden too. Yeah. Just lovely. Susan Jackson, you are so sweet. Thank you so much for your bid. If anybody else wants to get in there, we're just looking for that bid in. There it is. Thanks, Lisa. All right, Susan Jackson, sweetheart, she is coming to you. Congratulations. And thank you so much for your bids. Thank you, Susan.
Yes, Susan, you can say something. You can say whatever you want to say.
Of course, you don't even have to ask. Thank you so much. Thank you, Susan.
Congrats. All right. So yeah, this is a find that I was pretty excited about because I did go through a stage in my life where I did lamp making. Didn't do a high quality job like this, but oh my gosh, let's stop for just a second.
Oh, good night. Oh my, Susan.
Oh, that is so sweet.
That is really in true Phil fashion, isn't it? Yeah, that is. Well, so thank you. And Susan, you've always been one of the OG gifters yourself. So generous and lovely and holy beans. Okay, you guys decide how. Okay. Let's think. Give me a sec.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. You know what? We haven't played this forever. I have 2 lies and a truth. So here's what we'll do. Phil loved games. She loved trivia, all that. So let's do this. Now, 2 of these statements are lies. There's 3 statements. One's the truth, one's a lie. And the third person in the chat that can tell me which one's true, 1, 2, or 3, is going to win this sculpture. So everybody buckle up. Susan is paying shipping to you, which is so sweet, Susan. Thank you. And what a generous, lovely, lovely gift. Thank you, Susan. Yeah. Truly wonderful. Okay. So this can go to anybody in the chat right now, you guys. So buckle up, throw on your listening ears. We're looking for the one that is the truth. The one that is the truth, and they're numbered. Here we go. Number 1, Mozart wrote 8 operas by the age of 9. Number 2, there is a species of frog that is named Amadeus after Mozart. Number 3, Mozart died when he was 25 years old. Which number is the truth? I'm taking the third person. If you want me to read them again, I will. Number 1, Mozart wrote 8 operas by the age of 9. Number 2, there's a species of frog named Amadeus after Mozart. And number 3, Mozart died when he was 25 years old. Which one's the truth? Taking the first person with the right, or the third person with the right answer. Hold on. The right answer, by the way, is number 2.
Okay.
It's the frog. So there's Wordsmith is number 1. Sarah Lee Coleman is number 2. And Jamie Grafton is number 3. Jamie Grafton, you just won this spectacular, beautiful Art Deco piece purchased by Susan Jackson. Congratulations. And thank you, friends, so much. Again, remembering Phil brings me joy. So thank you, Susan. That was beautiful. So awesome. And congratulations, Jamie Grafton. Yeah. Congrats. That was really fun. So thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you. That was just beautiful. I love that. Like, I'm trying not to cry again. Okay. Yeah. I'm going to get off the screen.
All right. Oh, and put it on me. Okay. Well, that was so sweet, Susan Jackson. We love you.
So sweet, Susan. Community, yeah. We love all of you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Same way, Kathy.
Yeah, exactly. I fell in love with this as soon as I saw it, not just because it is a military bugle turned into a lamp, but just the fact that they did such a good job on it. This, I would say, okay, so I did a deep dive to really figure out some information on the bugle itself. So it will come with this old, clean but old lampshade that just clips onto the bulb. And I'm going to show you the bugle portion where they put the rod down in, and they opened it up, and then they have it go all the way down here. And then you've got a nice hefty base that they mounted in there. And then they did drill the hole in the bell, but they put in that electric washer. So it is a nicely installed piece. It does still have its original mouthpiece, which is awesome. And it does line up nicely to where it does look good. I can't blow that. You can't get in on it. But the cool thing is when I did look into it, it is a G-tune bugle, which were standard for the military. And it is the model 1892. So it was a U.S. military bugle that would have been considered, or what do they call it? Regulation, but also standard regulation, basically. So it's not like a repro. And one of the ways you can find out the age on these is they did more of the mixed metal back in the early 1900s. So you have brass, but the brass pieces are just accoutrements. The rest is actually copper. So the copper tone that you see here is actual copper, and then joining joints are brass, as well as this piece right here. And that is a signature fastener for a military standard bugle. So I thought, what a great way. It's basically trench art. You know, a lot of times when you think of trench art, you just think of shells and military explosives, but this would have been something that every unit would have had at least one bugle in their regiment, because it was used for muster gatherings, for different calls, and a day type of stuff, morning formation. So it's a really cool piece. If you have a military setup anywhere, I think it would just be phenomenal. And you don't find these very much online. When you do find them, they're usually up 100, 150. But it's hard to find someone that is needing this specific piece. So I got a good deal on it. I'm happy to give a good deal out, and you can see it sits nice and well balanced because what most people that don't do, they put a weight in the bottom. So
Excellent.
just a beautiful piece. The bugle itself is 16 inches tall, and then the lamp, once all put together, is 24 inches. Nice and narrow too, so it'll fit in some spots.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Regina, so much. I love this. Yeah, in a library. Oh my gosh.
Boomers,
So cool.
totally. I like that, Freddie. Yeah.
Love it with the federal mirror as well, that type of style. So let's go ahead and count down. Thank you so much. Little boy blue. Blue is horn.
I like the lampshade too. It goes with everything.
Yeah. And you know what's cool is this lampshade. It's like a textured cardboard with, it's got the plastic lining on the inside, but the outside is texture. So technically you can get crafty with it and get really crazy, make it, more bugly. So, but yeah, let's go ahead and count it down. Thank you so much, Regina. And I'm just going to show you on the electric itself. Really nice electric. Everything's in there tight. No issues, no worry about fire. All right. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end.
David has been playing his horn again, which is so nice. He fills the house with wonderful jazz.
Oh, thank you.
Really cool.
Yeah, I've got my horns up here. Otherwise, I would have kept this. And I actually made a trumpet lamp. It's out in the garage. Trust me, it's nothing like this. This is so cool. Thank you, Lisa. And Regina, coming to you for 64. Congrats.
So awesome. Helen, you're sweet. I know. I've been a mess for like 2 weeks because of this, and I may be in mess next week too. I don't know. It's just part of the grieving process, but I really like thinking of finding someone that left us in the small details of what we see and do every day. And I've done that this week, and it's actually brought me comfort and peace. And I hope you guys get to do that too. And congratulations, Regina. That was the coolest dang lamp. Yeah. David was thrilled to pieces to find that. So with your Americana things. Awesome. I love that. Yay. Go America.
Yeah.
Okay. So where do I want to go? I don't even know, you guys. It's been such a good week. Let's see here. Let's do this. I have a sampler. Where did I put it?
Oh, yeah.
Here. I know it's here. Oh, it's behind my suitcase. Okay. I have a really cool flower power suitcase coming later. Okay. So this was such a thrilling find. I love it. It is a sampler. I'm starting it at just 30. And it is cross-stitch folk art, as most of you know. And samplers were basically put out, we're talking like late 1800s. They really started doing these, and they were to showcase the artists' cross-stitch skills or long stitching. And the sampler really provided a way for the artists to flex their skills more or less, right? Now, what I found out about this one that is so cool is this one is actually made from a Bucilla kit. And Bucilla, if you don't know, is the gold standard of crewels, textile arts. They made all of these fantastic kits. My grandma made some back in the day. And let's just take a look at it. Here's what I love about it. First of all, you've got this beautiful floral border all the way around. And at the top, it says love, and then all of the branches: faith, hope, charity, work, play, laughter, and the happiness tree. And when you think about, you've got a little house over here and a little house over here, and all of these things not only make up a happy home, but make up a happy community. Yeah. So again, I don't know how I found the stuff I found this week, you guys, but it all spoke to us. Happiness is catching. We get it from one another. And that's so representative of our chat and our sales, our community here. I just think it's so awesome. So what I found about the Bucilla kit is that it dated to the 70s. So this is not an early 1900s antique one, FYI. This one is 70s, but I just adore what it says and all of the little flowers. It is on linen. And you see the branches are the virtues. And between the two houses, again, we've got our sense of community and more or less just contagious joy. So
Yeah.
thank you so much, Kathy, for your bid. I'm going to give you a size really quick because I did forget to measure this guy earlier. It is 14 3/4 wide, and tall it is 18 and a half, and then width is about a 1/2 inch. Okay, so I'm going to start a countdown. Thank you, Kathy Plunkett. I just love what it says. I think it is really, really sweet. And I like the frame. It's definitely a groovy vintage frame too.
Yeah.
Here we go. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11. By KP, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. And thank you so much, Lisa, for rocking the bid ends tonight. And Kathy, thank you so much for your bid. It is just beautiful. Love it. Love, love, love it.
Bye.
All right, there's the bid in from Lisa. Kathy Plunkett coming to you. It is so lovely. Congratulations. I'm so glad you got it. Thank you. Thank you.
Awesome. Well, so I went at least 2 years without finding a cluck. And the last 3 weeks, I found 3. And so it's just sometimes it happens that way. This is basically one of the higher end, more of a holy grail of the cluck. But this one is actually from 1981. And the way I found that out is, well, Google helped me with finding this tag and understanding what's written on it. So on this tag, I'll get in as close as I can. There's a number at the bottom. I think it says 281. And that stands for the second quarter of 1981. So that gives you the date of when this was made. And it is home guard, Danish, and it's made by off of the design by Jacob Bang. And this one is the taller one, the larger one. And what makes it more collectible is the fact that it does have the original stopper that was in the first design, basically with the crown at the top and then the tapered topper. So it's in great condition when you add that in there. And I was looking online, this piece right here with just a regular topper values about 60 to 70 with the sticker. This type of topper about 70 to 90 with the sticker. So it is a very good collectible piece if you are a big time collector of Swedish glass. This one right here is one that you would want to put behind glass or set up somewhere and not use.
Gorgeous.
Because it's just a beautiful one. They do get up over 100 as well. There's no thickness to the glass, and the whole thing about the design, you've got the 4 pillars here and then the center pillar. So when you're pouring it out, it's being kind of filtered through all those tubes, and then it kind of makes a cluck sound or a glug. And so you can't technically pour it all out very fast. When you pour it out, it just slowly pours out, which is what you want with your liquor. So it's a nice design that has been replicated, Gorgeous. Different sizes. It also does have its original tag, store tag on the bottom.
Oh, no kidding. Where was it from?
It says Elam. So I'll show
something European, yeah.
European, and you can see 198 something there, but I think that was how much it was, 198.
Yeah.
Whatever the dollar amount. But yeah, it is let's see, 10-inch tall, so 10-inch large, and there are smaller ones, about 7-inch, and I think this is the biggest. Maybe there's a bigger one than this. I don't know for sure. There is a taller one, but it's slender. So $42. It's a beautiful one. It also looks really great when you put color water or different liquids that do have different colors. When I was cleaning it out, I had purple in there and it looked pretty cool. So really cool piece. And I have my collection. I have 4 different ones. Otherwise, I would be keeping this one. So thank you, Susan Jackson. Appreciate your bid. And I'll show it with just some black in the back so you can see the design. And that's clear glass right here.
It's so cool. I know Vuvu said, can you imagine how they make these? I really am not sure. I mean, when you look at the precision and the little thin membranes that almost look like a bubble you could pop, but it's glass. it's kind of mind-blowing. Yeah.
It really is. Well, and I realized I didn't know this, but Star Trek, the original series, I guess they had this on there, and it became extremely famous in America
You're
when
kidding.
Star Trek had it because it's so futuristic. They used it, I guess, in their set. So I need to go back and find it, but this has been in Star Trek. How crazy.
Okay, Nif said Google says Ilum is a shop in Copenhagen, Denmark department store.
Okay.
Dang, okay, with the Google, I love that. That's so cool.
1981 from the department store in a mall in Denmark. How cool is that?
I know, right? Amazing.
All right, well, let's go ahead and count it down. Susan Jackson's at 42. Hey, Halle Berry. Let's count them down. 15, awesome. 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid N. Thank you, Susan Jackson, for your bid. I did want to note I actually got 2. So there's this one right here, and he's actually smaller. He is about 7 inches tall with the ball stopper. He is going to be a quick claim for 24. The only reason so low is because he's the smaller one with just the ball stopper. He is also made in Denmark by Home Guard, just no sticker. So Susan Jackson, congrats. You got this beautiful large Home Guard for 50. And if anybody wanted my smaller clear glass one for 24, just put in cluck cluck 24.
Fantastic. Right. Congratulations, Susan.
Congrats, Susan. Cluck, cluck.
That is awesome. Yay. And if you want to claim the other smaller one, it is available for 24. You can just quick claim it. Send a Vuvu. Oh, Susan.
Oh, that's so sweet. Okay, Susan, our Vuvu coming to you. You can make bloody beers in this. I'm just saying.
Oh, thanks, Sharon Spencer. You are too sweet. Thank you. Thank you. And Miff is going to take the little one.
Got you for the little one, Miff. Thank you.
Awesome. Miff, thanks for the info on that Copenhagen department store. I love it. I love the info that we can get now. Cool. Okay, so we're going around the world with the vintage. Here we go. This is
Susan. Are you sure?
Oh, Susan. Goodness.
Sweet.
That is too precious. That is so sweet.
Kind in honor of Phil.
Miff is building a box, so we'll put it in her box, and then you don't have to worry about the shipping. Yeah. Yes. That is. I know. Susan, you're like
so sweet.
So sweet. I don't even. Yeah. That is just so precious. I'm telling you, the love is alive in this chat and has been for a long time, and I'm just so grateful for all of you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay, so exciting find for me. And when I first found it, I was like, well, it's not marked 92.5, so can't be sterling, blah, blah, blah. And it was kind of tarnished, and I grabbed it because it was a good deal. And sure enough, I got my silver polishing cloth out when I got home, and it is real silver. So I'm starting this at 50. Let me tell you about it. Really cool. Took a deep dive, found out some cool stuff. So first of all, I just want to show you the design. And this is a collar style, what we call like a cuff necklace. They're also called like a torque choker. But the design on this is hand in hand. And as most of you know, there is a brand called Taxco Mexico. And they made these collar necklaces. Now, if you find one of those that's marked 92.5 Taxco and it's this, they're worth about $250 to $500. Whoa. Yeah. So again, I had just an eye where I was like, I don't know. I like it. I think it's kind of silvery. I don't know. Whoa, that's a starting bid, David. $42.50. That's crazy. Yeah, the hands-off clothing logo. Totally. Well, what I found out is this is likely 70s or 80s. And it is part of a Unity jewelry line, likely made by an artisan silver crafter. Now, the way you can find out a piece, some of you probably already know this, but the way you can find out if it's completely sterling or not is to take a magnet to it. So I did the magnet test, and it was the faintest attraction to the magnet. There wasn't much, but there was a little, which tells me that there was a stainless steel wire of some sort that runs through it. And then it's what's called silver filled. And again, I didn't know the difference between silver plated and silver filled. Apparently, silver filled is more valuable because there's more silver. Makes sense, right? And it said that a lot of these artisans, 70s and 80s, did not sign these pieces if they were sold in a boutique, never stamped them, nothing. So I know the kindness is just insanely beautiful tonight. So yes, cry your eyes out, and you're in good company. It's been a week. So yeah, reminiscent of a Claudia, kind of. I feel that. What I love about it is it represents unity, and you can see that the little fingers actually make a heart right there in the middle, which I just think is so beautiful. So again, higher quality than silver plated. It is not 100% sterling. It is silver filled. Learned a whole new thing, and I thought that was really cool. So it's a beautiful representation of 20th century modernism. It's definitely lovely, and I am going to measure it because I did not do that earlier. Let me give you an idea. 8, 9. Okay, we're right at like 14 and a half inches, 14 and a half inches on this from side to side. And of course, it is silver and it will stretch. So if your neck is bigger, you can stretch it out if you need to. These kind of wear on your neck like a bangle bracelet. I actually have one that David bought me on our honeymoon 1,000 years ago in Maine. Do you remember that one? It was at like a souvenir shop.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I still have mine. Mine is silver. And it's just beautiful. So again, I polished it up. I took a silver cleaning cloth to it because it was tarnished, which gave me a good feeling that it was silver of some sort. And sure enough, it is. Thank you, Alex. Alex, yes, keeps up with all of that. And I appreciate the help because it is silver filled. It just has wire running through it, which is why it just barely attracted to my magnet. Isn't that interesting?
Yeah.
We did not see Stephen King, but we spent our honeymoon in Ogunquit on the beach, and then drove around to like all the little lighthouses and antiques shops and stuff up there. It was really cool.
That's a lot.
2003. Oh my God.
Oh man, we had so much chowder.
Yeah, a lot of chowder.
A lot of chowder and lobster rolls.
Yeah, and lobster. Oh my gosh, yes.
Love lobster.
So again, beautiful modernism piece. It is silver filled, and it is worth quite a bit more than this. Alex is right. I'm starting it at 50. If anybody wants to snag it, do so. It's a great price. Otherwise, I will be throwing this girl on eBay.
Yeah.
So thank you so much. I know it's gorgeous. I love it. I think it's a beautiful piece. And I wish I could tell you more about it, you know, like where it was made. My feeling, though, after looking at the Taxco pieces that are almost identical, I think whoever this is was either inspired by Taxco and like the idea and then made their own Unity hand necklace. So 50, if you are interested, it is silver, real silver filled. It is gorgeous. Oh, Old Orchard Beach. That's right where we were. Yeah. We walked out on that beach and went shelling.
Yeah.
Yep. That is so wild, Lisa. Small world. Chowder, a code word for honeymoon stuff. Yeah, kind of, Susan. Maybe. All right, guys. 50 if anybody's interested on the silver filled plated necklace. It is a beautiful piece. Thank you so much for looking.
That is beautiful.
I love it.
Yeah, I had, you know how much I like lamps, and this is one of those weeks I just got lucky. So I'm going to show you this lamp here. This is from the late 70s, early 80s. It's on a toggle switch, very classic 70s, 80s. And this would have originally had a little sticker right here. Some people do take them off when they get them, but it originally would have had like a blue oval sticker, and it would have said Orient Express, Paris to Istanbul. And they did that because as a replica of the antique lamps that were actually in that famous Orient Express train. So they would have them in each car and at the dining tables as little lamps. So the style itself is basically bringing back kind of a revival, like Sarah said, of that old style. And it was the Orient Express that went from Paris to Istanbul. Apparently, is was extremely popular, and everybody knows about it. I didn't quite know much
Is
about
it
it.
by Baldwin Brass? Brian's asking, honey, do you know?
I don't know if it's by, so like Baldwin Brass, I know made one. There's no marking on this one. So there's no marking on the bottom. They would have only been marked probably on the label that was here. So I don't know for sure the brass or the maker itself, but it is a nice brass piece. So yeah, let me show you also. I totally forgot about this. So when you undo this part right here, pull it up, and then you can get the hurricane glass out. And I did this earlier today so I could clean it, and saw that there was a little break down here in the hurricane itself. And they put a little piece of tape on there so you don't cut yourself. It's still stable and can go in there. If someone were to buy it, I can also try to find you a replacement for that if you wanted, but it does sit in there nicely. You have the original plastic little adapter that sits there so you can slide it to wherever you want, and you tighten it down, and there it is. So it's a really beautiful piece of claw feet.
Definitely real brass. Yeah.
Yes, all real brass. And it's basically to represent the good old train dining cars, the little lamps that they used in there. So
that's super cool. Brian, how do we know if it's Baldwin? Would it typically be marked by a sticker? Because a lot of times people took those stickers off. They didn't like the brand sticker.
Right.
And then it leaves you like, I'm not sure. So yeah, Agatha Christie, Murder on the Orient Express.
Totally. This makes me think of like put it next to a chair and a reading area. It's the perfect little lamp for that. And it takes just a small little bulb. So it's another accent lamp. Nothing that's going to light.
Light bulb. That's cool. I didn't realize that it took just a small one.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. David picked this and was like, so pretty. I remember having a lamp kind of similar to this on our piano growing up.
Mm-hmm. These were really popular late 70s and early 80s in that comeback. And they originally would have been kerosene or fuel lamps with a flame rather than light up like this. So then they brought that style, the design back for electric models. So yeah, it's beautiful lit up. And if you like that brass look, it doesn't even need to be polished up. It's very shiny. Usually a code number. Yeah, there were no numbers on it, Brian. I couldn't find
it. It isn't tarnished, Brian, makes me wonder, because it is old enough. It should have tarnished.
It should have had more of a tarnish for sure. But I do feel, it's nice and solid. The feet themselves are flat. They haven't moved. So they're not very malleable. I'd say they're very strong. Yeah. So a really beautiful lamp measuring right about, I think it's about 13 or 14 inches. Let me double check. Don't fall. 13. Yeah, 13 inches tall. So great small lamp for accent or for a reading light. So 36, if any interest, and I'll bring it back for the recap.
That would be a nice little bedside, honestly. Yeah. Wouldn't it make a really pretty little bedside lamp?
Oh, I do think so, yeah. And it's so nicely made. Every piece is tightened down, screwed into each other to make that one big piece. So
nice. Yeah. Awesome.
Thank you, guys.
All right. Thanks, guys.
She's a beaut.
I love that little petite hurricane. It's the dangerous dang thing, which is why it got that little damage.
Mm-hmm.
What, baby?
I said, mm-hmm.
Yeah. Sorry. Okay, guys. So these are going to be quick claims. And what I did want to tell you is that each one of these is actually going to come with a plate hanger for the wall. So I think these would make a spectacular vignette plate wall. Then there's enough of them you really could do something cute. So these are quick claims. I'm going to tell you about them. I'm going to show them to you. And then once I give you the price, I want you to claim with the name of the butterfly. And I'm going to give you the name of the butterfly. And they're not scary names. They're pretty easy. Okay. So first up, this one is a large blue. It has a little house. And these plates, I'm going to show you right underneath, You see the JW mark, right? See how that's kind of sketchy and weird looking right there? Underneath it, it said, and I had to really use my old lady eyes to figure this out. It says Heinrich. And I thought, well, that's really weird. Heinrich is like Bavarian porcelain. Okay. So the way these came about is the plate blanks, which were white with this 22 karat gold filled rim. The plate blanks were made by Heinrich, but the actual design itself was made by a company called JWA, and the designer is Joseph Kuba. Yes, off to West Germany. Exactly. So, and Kuba was known for a lot of like filigree work, lots of Rococo styled stuff. And these are definitely more of the 70s, move into kind of a more modern, clean style. So this first one, and again, these are Bavarian porcelain made by a German designer. Okay. And this first one is called Large Blue. Okay. And I'll give you a price at the end. So first one is Large Blue, really pretty. Size diameter wise on these, if you're wondering where it will go on your wall, they are 7.5 inches, all of them. Okay. Here's one with the plate holder. And if you want plate holders, I've got plate holders for all these. If you don't want a plate holder and you're going to do something different with them, just let me know. Okay. But if you want the plate holders, they're great because literally you put a nail in the wall and then you just hang it. Like super simple. Okay. This one is the Monarch. And you can see they all have little cottage design. It's very sweet. And we have our classic Monarch butterfly that a lot of us love. The only good Monarch is a butterfly. And let's see here. Then next up, we have a tiger long wing, and that's how you would claim this one. Again, these are all German and beautiful. They are vintage 70s. And this butterfly's name is a tiger long wing, and it's so pretty. Definitely obvious why it's called that. Got the same little cottage down here, really sweet. Okay. Next up after the tiger long wing is my beautiful old world swallowtail. Look at this one. I think this is gorgeous. And they really did these butterflies justice. They are beautiful. Old world swallowtail is what this one is. Same little cottage, different butterfly.
Nice.
Looks great. Again, these all would be so good on a plate wall. And then the next one is called the White Admiral due to the white stripes on the butterfly. Thank you, Wordsmith. So beautiful White Admiral. And in real life, the blue parts would all be iridescent. So really cool. And the last one that I have is one of my favorites. It is called the European Peacock. And you can see why. Definitely looks like peacock feathers. Love those big blue spots. And this body is mainly orange with yellow, black, and blue accents. Really cool, right?
Yeah.
So again, all of these are marked on the back with the JW, which is indicative of Joseph Kuba. It said these were made between 52 and 72, but they're more 70s than they are 50s. This is transferware. So they are going to be $10 each, and just claim with the name that you want. Okay. And again, I'll tell you the names. This is Large Blue. This is Monarch. They're going to be $10 each. Tiger Long Wing. You can just say Tiger. Peacock. White Admiral.
Breeze taking White Admiral.
Swallowtail. Okay. White Admiral is going to Bree. Gotcha, girl. Thank you so much. And claim with the name. These are only $10 each. And they are beautiful.
Yeah. So realistic.
They're so pretty. And look how, they're in beautiful shape. Just really, really nice. large blue swallowtail, peacock,
That's my favorite.
tiger, longwing, and then of course our classic monarch. Okay. Thank you, Bree. I got you for the one you wanted. If anybody else wants these, just say $10 and tell me which one you want.
Hold on.
Right. Thank you so much, guys. Congrats.
I'll be right back. Okay. Outside.
Oh, Skippy's got to go outside. All right. Whoops. And remember, let me know if you want plate hangers, like wall hangers or not. Okay, Bree's going to take the monarch too. You've got it. Bree, let me know if you want the plate hangers, hon.
Yep.
And if anybody else wants to take any of these, just grab them. $10 each. Thank you so much, friends. Thank you.
Right on.
Awesome. Thank
Cool.
you.
All right. Now let's travel. We're going to travel to a couple of different places now.
Ooh, I love it.
To go in. There we go. So let's start off. We're going to start off in Japan. But what's cool is this right here doesn't start in Japan. It actually starts in Sweden. So Walter Bossi designed this. So Walter Bossi in the 50s made some amazing modernist pieces. Some of them considered brutalism, but very modern out of metal. This is the exact design, but it's not made by Walter Bossi. This is done in the 1970s, and it's made in Japan. So we're in Japan right now, and underneath this sticker, it would be embossed Japan. And this is Counterpoint in San Francisco. So Counterpoint was a company that sourced a lot of beautiful art pieces from other countries and brought them into San Francisco into different shops. And so Japan in the late 60s into the 70s, they really got into the modernist movement. And when they did that, they created their own Walter Bossi type birds and different pieces. So technically it is a Walter Bossi piece, but it's made in it by a different maker. So this, if it was Walter Bossi, would be a $200 piece. I'm just asking $24 for this one. And it does come with the original little candle that was in there. And that's what it was intended for, was just to hold your little ball candle and light it up. But I just love the style of the cast iron. And then you have the brass that shines through, kind of a gold tone, and you have it on the rim. So that was the style. Yep. Off to Japan. Yeah. And it looks really nice lit up. I have lit it up just because it was already used. Got this at an estate sale. And it's just a really cool sculpt, very mod. Yeah. And we also have a little road trip to San Fran. We're just going through some of the shops in San Francisco. And so this guy is 3.5 inches long, very collectible. And if you like brutalism, modernism, and also just some metal work, just really beautiful sculpt. Now let's jump over.
Oh, cool. He's up to like 5 now. I know.
Oh, wow.
Yes. Well, and it's so funny because then I had like an extensive conversation about those, and now we find them all the time. It's just so weird.
Yeah, and that's what's so cool is those certain styles other people try to make because they were just, you can't make it better. Yeah, we're in Italy now. We have some beautiful alabaster, and it is genuine alabaster. So I'll show you on the bottom, made in Italy, hand carved. This style right here is known to go up a lot higher than this, but prices have gone down. So I was able to get this lower at an estate sale. So I'm bringing it a little bit lower. It's 3-inch diameter, solid carved alabaster with that really beautiful design with the owl. And then you do have glass eyes that are inside. So those glass eyes are really important. If you just had the alabaster, not quite as impressive, but they took the Italian glass eyes, put them inside the Italian alabaster. So very nice with its original tag. And yeah, I love anything Italian. And what's cool is when you put the Italian piece next to the piece made in Japan, but actually designed in Sweden, I would say they look pretty nice together. So
very cool.
Yeah, cool little pieces, 3.5 inches long on our bird, and then 3-inch diameter for our owl. Thank you, Laura, for your bid. let's
Awesome
start our
state.
countdown, and then we're going to go somewhere else in the world. So,
Yeah, we'll do you're around the world to somewhere else.
all right, let's go and let's light it up with our light that goes to Istanbul. Istanbul, Constantinople. So there you go. You can see it lit up really nicely, all that detail on the bird itself. So looking for 25 or more, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end.
Bid end.
Get him in there. There he is.
Sue Windsor's going to Glass Beach this year. That sounds so wonderful, Sue.
That sounds wonderful.
Enjoy. Wordsmith snuck in there. Last minute, what's up?
Thank you, Wordsmith. And there's our bid end. So Wordsmith, you get first choice. Let me know if you want our hooter or if you want our little bird with the candle.
Fantastic. And then Laura is behind Wordsmith.
Yes.
Just let us know, friends.
Thank you
so much. And enjoy.
Oh, I hate those earworms that you get. Sarah did one yesterday to me. I can't remember what it is, but I don't want to remember. We're not going to remember. No.
But I remember we talked about it, but I don't remember what that was. Yeah.
So Wordsmith, let me know if you want our little bird or our owl, and then we'll go to Laura. Thank you so much, Arby.
Thank you so much, RV, and congratulations, Laura, as well. Yeah. Just let us know in the comments what you want to do.
Yep, I'll just watch the comments, guys.
All right. Let's see where we want to go. I'm gonna go over here. These books, and I was very excited to find these because I've sold some Chihuly books before, but not these in particular. So that means I got to look through them, which was really cool. These are amazing coffee table books. And I'm going to start them at $15. And they both new. This one was $50 new. And this one was $40 new. So let me tell you about them. First up is...
hold on. Yeah, RV, it did go through, but it didn't, your choice didn't, sorry. So I got you for the owl. Thank you so much. And then Laura, let me know if you wanted the little bird.
It must have been filtered, RV. The comments have been so strange. So, yes. So Wordsmith speaking the owl. Laura's going to pass. No worries. All right. Thank you, friends.
Thank you, guys.
All right. So this is Chihuly at the V&A, and you're wondering, well, what's the V&A? It's the Victoria and Albert Museum in the UK, and he did a whole display, and it is pretty stinking impressive. This goes into a lot of the pieces, of course, in full color, in a lot of detail. Jerusalem 2000 cylinder, 1999 and 2000. So many different pieces represented in this particular display at Victoria and Albert's. And it talks about Venetian glass as a tradition. If you've ever been to Vegas and you've been into, is it Bellagio or the Venetian? I can't remember. One of those. There's a huge Chihuly on the ceiling right when you walk in. And it is one of the most spectacular things I have ever seen glass-wise in person. If you've seen a Chihuly, you know what you're looking at. It is the most spectacular, intricate glass. Dale Chihuly, the reason the name is Chihuly for this glass, Dale Chihuly is the artist. And he has been making these modern pieces since the 70s and 80s. It's the Bellagio. I couldn't remember one of them.
I couldn't remember either.
I haven't been to Vegas since like 2008, so I don't remember. It's been a long time. But in the world of glassworks, Dale is one of the most iconic, spectacular, modern, funky artists I've ever seen. And how I got hip to Chihuly, Susan Jackson, you'll appreciate this. Watching Frasier when I was young. And finally, I got older and we were watching reruns. David and I have always loved to watch Frasier. and we were watching reruns, and I was like, what is that glass piece? And if you've ever watched Frasier, you know the one I'm talking about. It's right as they go around the corner to Martin's room. There's this huge, big piece of glass right there. And it is a Chihuly Persian. And we'll talk about those here in a minute because my other book is about the Persians. I also knew someone back in Missouri that had one of these in her wedding venue because we shot a lot of weddings back then. And you can see, look at this, basically designed for their space. Spear installation. Could you imagine how heavy this would all be? And fragile. Oh my God. Anyway, this book is basically about the first ever exhibition in the UK of the work of American artist Dale Chihuly, richly colored, extravagantly formed, and enormously varied, ranging from chandeliers to reeds, sea forms to Machias. Both the exhibition and the book revealed Chihuly's development over the last 30 years. So fantastic book, nice and thick, great coffee table book. Does have the original dust jacket, and this one dates to 2001. So it is vintage. Yes. The Chihuly installation in the Bellagio is just, yeah. Boop, boop, boop. Okay. And then this is their second choice in book. This is doting especially on the Persians. And I'll be honest with you, I followed Chihuly's work, but I didn't realize that he called the vessels, anything that was noted as a vessel, like the one Frasier had in his show, they were called Persians. So this is, talks about Dale was born in 1941. I believe he's still alive. I don't think he has passed yet. And this talks about, let's see, he got his bachelor's in interior design from the University of Washington in Seattle, Susan Lee. An assignment to weave with a non-textile material led him to weave glass and tile into tapestry, thus beginning his journey of personal creativity. So look at these. Again, we're talking like high-end, fancy pants, beautiful art glass. This book dates to 2007. Here we are in the studio. I love that. And he says this book is dedicated to all the glass blowers who made the Persians. Thank you for all your skill, teamwork, and creativity. Without you, of course, there would be no book. These are all Persians.
Wow.
Is that just,
I could, yeah.
Spectacular, amazing. And they're all unique. They're all one of a kind. Look at this little weirdo. Look at that little guy with the legs. Just breaking open, and it's bright yellow on the inside. Amazing. So there's a great forward in history of a lot of the Persian pieces. Garden of Heaven and the Pleasure Dome. This is one of, I think this is the one talking about when he did a lot of the Persian installations too. He wanted them to resemble Persian carpets and some of the styles. And then you've got huge, big pages of Persian works inside. So again, if you are a Chihuly fan and this trips your trigger as an art glass nerd, it does mine. Look at this. God, just so unique and cool.
Yeah.
Great book, full cover, great for a coffee table. And these are worth quite a bit more than I'm asking. So I am going to start a countdown. Thank you guys so much for looking. And we've got Chihuly at the Victoria and Albert Museum in the UK, or Chihuly Persians. All right. Oh, that's so cool, Karen. I love that. Yeah, it is really something strangely relaxing to watch. Yeah, I love Blown Away, the reality show about glassblowers too. That was a lot of fun. All right, guys, I'm counting down. Thank you, Susan Jackson. We are at 15. Anybody else wants to come in at 16, let me know. Wordsmith, yes, it's in some of the later season of Frasier. It's not in the first or second season. I think he got the Chihuly in the third or fourth, and he talks about it. Watch my Chihuly. He's so snotty about it. All right, here we go. Counting down. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end. And if you've never heard of Dale Chihuly, I highly encourage you to just go down that rabbit hole. There are so many beautiful works of art that he has done over the last 30, 40 years. Just a wonderful, modern, contemporary artist of our time. Yeah. Okay, Susan Jackson, congratulations. Let me know if you want the Persians or if you want the V&A or if you would like both. And thank you. Thank you, Susan. Congrats on both. I don't blame you. They are so good. Thank you. Appreciate you. Congrats.
Awesome. All right. I've got something from America. We're back in the US, but this actually takes you to space. So we're going to look at our Estes Flying Model Rocket starter set.
Yes,
made in the US. Okay. Thank you, Laura. I didn't know that. Wow. You know, I bet they'll make an amazing documentary about him someday.
Oh, I hope so. I hope they do.
They better.
Oh, he's live. Yeah.
Yeah. So yes, we've got rockets, y'all. Model rockets, and they're complete. It's complete in its original box. This would have been in the late 70s, and they kept making this set, newer box, you know, all that kind of thing. But inside the box, it comes with everything except for the explosives. So originally, it would have had firecrackers that go up in there, and then the rocket goes off. So I'm going to show you inside real quick. We've got a couple of these cones. I can't remember what these are for, but they're important. We're going to get into that in a second here. Let's see. It has all the paperwork. It has in the description of all the pieces and how they work. It actually has 3 of these are the decal that are supposed to go on here. They just never finished it. So you still have the decals that you can finish putting on, and it has a little space to put it there. This all breaks down. So I'm going to show you a couple more paper things before we get into the actual rockets. So yeah, we've got our assembly instructions, very important. Without it, it's not fun to do. But you have the step-by-step instructions on how to put the stand together, which I have together. It's really easy. And how to launch everything, including the electric and all that stuff. So all of that is in there, including all the other paperwork that came with it. A little launch key. This is a safety key that if you read the instructions, you'll understand. As well as a couple of little electrical things that I don't know what they're for, but they came with it. So I couldn't find it anywhere on the instructions. So that's the whole box. And inside you have the stand, which I put together partially. And then this is the launcher that sits down right there. You can do it right there. You can do it farther, and then you can toggle it depending on if you want it to go straight up or at an angle, and you can adjust it like that. And so the way it works is this guy is supposed to get catch on fire and ignite. And then once he ignites, I put it in the wrong hole. There we go. Once it ignites, it goes and leaves the stand itself. And how it does that is it goes through this little piece right here, and the explosives or whatever is used to launch it goes inside there. And so when you set this on the thingamabobber, oh, I didn't do it right. You set it in this guy. And then you have your controller, which is right here. And you have your 2 little contacts, and you keep them, don't have them touching until you're ready for it to go. And you put the contacts on here, and then you've got the launch button right here, as well as a little light. So that takes little AA batteries in it. And so it's a whole thing. I mean, could you imagine going out into the yard and trying to shoot this guy out?
What year is this from?
This is the late 70s. They made them from, I think, the late 60s and through the 90s. But that box is from the late 70s. So you've got the big rocket that says America right there.
Love it.
By Estes. And then you also have 2 more rockets. You have the little gnome rocket. And then, oh, I love jars. And then you have a purple one. And so that's where that mounts on right here.
Jars. You can't sell those. They're not even supposed to sell those at estate sales.
You're not supposed to. Yeah, they're illegal. But yeah, it's such a cool toy. I think obviously you're probably not going to go out there and explode everything, but it makes for such a cool display if you have someone that is into space, rockets, everything going on right now. It's such a fun time with space travel. So it's a really cool model from the 70s. You can set all the stuff up. Yeah. So all together in the box for just $28. And if it doesn't sell here, it of course come.
Yes,
it came with a little safety locks. Yeah. The key is funny. It's got this little plastic top in the box. It has this little plastic top there, and I think on it, launch. It says launch pod safety key, and then this is your little safety key attached to it. So yeah, clackers, those were very dangerous. So yeah, it's a cool little set, fun for someone's gift, a little present, or a fun display too. So just 28. Thanks.
That is cool. I like that you have all the weird little pieces to it as well.
Fun for a game room.
Yeah. Oh, that's fun. Yeah, for big kids, for big boys.
Yeah.
The big kids, otherwise known as the husbands. Yes, I love it.
Yeah,
I think it's cool too. I love space stuff. Oh my God, Lisa, you're a mess. Okay. All right. So next up for myself, we are coming back to the good old USA. I'm not sure where that last one was from, but I think it was USA as well.
Space in US.
Yes. I am starting this little booger at 26. And this is a Fisher-Price Tiny Teddy. And I ended up doing another weird deep dive on Tiny Teddies to see when they actually were made and if this is one of the old ones. So what I found out is if you are a Fisher-Price collector, this one is number 636, made between 1958 and 1962. So this little tiny teddy is a xylophone player, much like my little Zyla doggy I sold Wednesday. You are, Lisa. And is solid wood. I think it's neat how they made these little Fisher-Price toys, and you can always tell the older ones from the younger ones because the older ones have wooden wheels like this. And the whole toy itself is wood, and then Fisher-Price made these litho, basically like stickers almost, and they put them over the wood. Some places they aged okay, some places they didn't. You can tell this one has some wear and damage and staining right there on the FP part. Definitely a used tiny teddy, but what a biscuit. So he does work. Oh, and it's so annoying. What can I put him on? Here we go. Come on, tiny teddy, work with me. All right, so he works and he rolls and plays the xylophone, and he works almost exactly like the little dog that I sold last week. How crazy is that? Found it 2 different places. So it's been a good week for vintage Fisher-Price. Between 1958 and 1962, we can see that he is marked 636 right there. That's the model number. And made in the US of A. So look at his little loafers with yellow socks. Is that the most silly thing you have ever seen? And he looks like the good humor bear, right? He's coming, I think, to play the xylophone and sell you some dilly bars or something. He's definitely a little ice cream lover, and plays his little, like all of his motions still works. You can see the spring on this one is just a smidgen bent right there, but he still works great. He's playing. Yeah. If it's steel, it's the glockenspiel. I doubt that on Tiny Teddy. But it is awfully cute and works great. The litho parts of Tiny Teddy are still kicking, and he's got a precious little face. He is in worn condition, but that's pretty much par for the course for 1958 to 1962. So 26, if you need this little guy in your toy collection. We do still have the string. I do not believe this is the original string. I think someone else attached this string probably after the original got worn out. But
Right.
he does pull, he does play. The wood is xylophone music nerd here. Yes. So you can see those are his little, there's his little xylophone and the little wooden mallets that play it. Just precious for your toy collection.
Yeah.
So I love that, Sue. Yes, very cute Fisher Price little tiny teddy bear toy. If you want him, put in 26. Otherwise, we will bring it back for the recap. Thank you, guys.
All right. So cute.
He is darling. I love
him. Yeah. All right. Well, I have something from Finland, and I'm trying to get to pull up, but my chat isn't working. There it goes. All right. Weird. And it is in its actual original box. So this is from Finland. They were in the mid 70s, I believe. I couldn't date it for sure. But they are made in Finland by Rijalka. And they made a lot of stuff that kind of mimicked or looked a lot like the Danish very free-form glass that looks like ice, basically. So you have the complete set in the box. I'm going to show you how it looks inside. So it comes with 4 of the little original candles. And the top of it was just clear. So it'll come with that, but it's nothing to talk about. But inside, so you've got your little candles. They look like little bobbers. And that's so that way they can seat down inside the glass blocks like that. And so 4 of them are in here. Only 2 of them, I think, are in really good condition. The other 2 are a little worn just from age, but these are in pretty darn good condition. None of them are used. These have a little bit of crackling from being in the heat, probably. So I'm going to show you how they look. And I did not clean these off. I will use rubbing alcohol and get any kind of wax or anything off of there. They're looking a little cloudy, but I promise they will shine up. So you put your little candle right here, and yes, you can use them as egg cups as well. But you put these little bobber guys in there and light it up. And what's cool about the design, I didn't notice until I looked at the box. It's designed to where you also can put your hanky or your napkin in the middle. So it's great for a place setting at the table for 2. So you put your little guy in there, and then I don't have like a fancy napkin, but let's just say we're going like this, just a regular old napkin in there, and bam, you've got it's all set.
That is so nice for like a little romantic dinner for 2. Christmas bulbs would be stunning in those.
Oh, yeah.
What Finnish brand was this again, baby? What's the brand on the box?
So the name is Rijalka. So on this side, you can see it a little bit better.
Oh, okay.
So it's kind of torn up on the box.
Got it.
And it is numbered, so you can pull it up with that number as well. But yeah, so basically the hanky idea is really cool because you do have that like chair type of seating. And then the opening, you can do multiple things with that opening for sure. Yeah. But the original candles, I think they're pretty freaking cool. They just sit in there. This one just wants to get in a little tighter, but they sit in there, and you have 2 that you can burn. Use these as your burning ones, and these are your display ones.
I think those are so cool. And if you find these, new old stock with the box, that is one of the joy of estate sales. Oh, right. Yeah.
And these are crystal, so they glow blue. So they're nice, chunky crystal. And like I said, before I put them back in the box to ship away, I will clean them off. They're a little hazy, but that's just from years of sitting. So, thank you, Sue Star Boo. They're really beautiful. There's multiple things you can do with them. Stack them up. I don't know. But yeah, it's really beautiful design from Finland. So great artwork. And let's count them down. All coming together in their original box for 28 right now. And here we go. 15, 14, 13, 12, about 2 by 2 on these. 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end. Yes, a bobber is to put on your fishing line, and it'll go down and up if a fish catches your hook. So Miff didn't know what a bobber is. What do you guys call bobbers in Australia? because I know you fish.
It's probably some fantastically Aussie word.
I need to know what a baba is. All right, Susan R. Vuvu coming to you for 28.
Thank you, Boobs. Those are great. Nice grab. All righty. I am going this way. I've got some really cool purses that I found, and they are lovely, and they are both handmade, which I just think is super cool. So let's talk about them. I'm starting these at $24 for choice.
Okay.
You don't fish, no idea. No worries.
Okay.
Okay. So first up is this gorgeous bag. And again, I kind of went down a rabbit hole on these because I was like, this is so cool. I want to make sure this isn't like some like weird knockoff from Temu or, you know, something like that. No, it is not. This is called a Wayu mochila bag, and we're hopping on our plane and flying to Colombia now. Or we're around the world sale. Now, this is made by indigenous communities in parts of Venezuela and parts of Colombia. They make these Wayu mochila bags, and they are all made by hand, every single bit of it, including this fantastic. Do you guys remember making friendship bracelets when we were kids? And we would use these weaves and we would pin them to like a pillow, and then you would sit there and tie knots to make these. That is how all of this is made. It is a wonderful knot tying process. And one of the ways you can also tell it's handmade is by the bottom. You have the original long string that started everything down in the bottom, which is cool. It's like a bucket bag style. It's kind of like a sack roots. I feel like sack roots took this particular art from an indigenous community and kind of built a brand around it, if you know what I'm talking about with sack roots purses. So this is an original Wayu mochila bag. And the way they do this part is with a single crochet hook. This is all knotted by hand. Let's say it again.
Wow.
Which blows my mind, because if I was making a friendship bracelet back in the 80s, and we made these, those of you that remember, we did these, learned how to tie the knots and everything. If I was making a friendship bracelet of this quality, it would take me hours. So I kind of did a deep dive on how they do these. Each purse is made by human hands and takes 10 to 15 days.
Wow.
So these go for a lot more than I am asking. I am just starting it at 24 because I got a crazy good deal on it. I was thrilled to pieces to find these, again, because the weaving is so tight. The colors are so retro and fantastic. And then the purse handle, of course, is what really sold me, because I recognized all of that knotting from friendship bracelets I made in the 90s. How crazy is it? So first choice is the Wayu mochila bag, again, made by indigenous tribes in parts of Venezuela and parts of Colombia. All right. Second choice. What's going on?
I was just going to say, Susan R. Vuvu is sending that last to Brad as a late birthday gift.
That's so sweet. Oh, Vuvu, I love that. Brad, I hope you love them. They're so cool. And yeah, when was your birthday, Brad? Okay, second choice is back to the USA. This is a pattern that is found in a McCall's book from the 60s. And it is done with the same kind of nylon yarn. And it was with a mochila bag. And I thought, well, I wonder if that's a different kind of mochila. It's not. This is all handmade. Again, not Temu, not, dollar store stuff. This is actually really a neat bag. And you know how I can tell you? Look at that button right there. That is a vintage button from the 40s. So I thought that was really cool. And then I got into the inside. Now, this is a granny square handbag. As most of you recognize, the pattern of granny square flowers from a lot of the Afghans that I sell. Hello. And, and this is just precious. I absolutely adore it. Now, you can tell the handles, definitely handmade. You can see a little place here where the person that made it like messed up and kept going on one of the knots, which is par for the course on any kind of crochet work. It's a lot of work. So let me show you the inside. You undo the little button, which is totally vintage. And again, I could not believe how cool these were. And I don't like to pick up anything that's like mass produced, and both of these are handmade. So let me show you the stitching on the inside. You can see that is definitely hand stitch. It is lined with an orange cotton, and God love them, they even made the little pocket for the cell phone and keys, right? Nice. Yeah. So just precious. I was thrilled to come upon these. They are beautiful pieces of crochet art that have taken people hours and hours to do. Not a mass-produced bag. So super cute, super vintagey, and fun for spring. I love that carrot. I call this carrot colors when they put orange and green together. Yeah. And these nice thick handles are actually pretty comfortable to carry and use. Isn't it so cool? I know. I was just smitten with it, frankly. So you can tell it's handmade. These are like little things that you would use for a keychain. And with the vintage button in the hand done inside. Let me give you a size if you're wondering what the size is that you love on this. From the top to the bottom is 22 inches. So the drop on this is around 12 inches between the top of the handle and the top of the purse. Okay. Just gorgeous. And your other choice that I just lost, where did he go? New bag.
Don't lose your purse.
And this would be made by indigenous tribes in Colombia or Venezuela. It does have beautiful little braids and tassels over here on each side of it. Those are hand braided, hand done cording. There is a little bit right here where it's starting to ravel. I can always cut that for you if you like. And again, look at this. Look at this, fantastic.
The strap itself is so cool.
It would make the best guitar strap. But again, I remember making these, and this is hand knotting. And it's so much work and so much time. So here we go, friends. We're counting down. Thank you so much for your bids. And this will be for your choice of the Wayu Mochila or the Crochet Granny Square. Here we go. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Aren't they so cute? Right. Bree said, I don't know you. That's my purse. I don't know you. All right. Thank you so much. And Laura is in at 35. And we are just looking for that bid end from Lisa Girl. So thank you, friends. All right, there is the bid end. So Laura, would you like the Granny Square or the Mochila? Just let me know. And then B. Castro, you are right behind Laura.
And then we might get to Kathy at 26.
Awesome. Awesome. And they are clean, no funkiness inside. They are in great shape.
Yeah.
Beautiful. All right. Thank you so much, friends, and congratulations. I just love these. I knew you guys would like them. So pretty.
Heck yeah.
I'm at that great phase of my life too. I used to always have to have a name brand bag. And you know, I'm so far past that I just love nice design. I love a lot of handiwork. I love good design, good quality, all of that. So very cool. All right. So Laura, let me know, babe. And then B. Castro and then Kathy Plunkett in that order.
All
okay.
Right.
So Laura, B. and Kathy. Congrats. Thank you again so much, guys, for your bids.
All right. We're going to make a little trip. We're going to go to 4 different places on this round. Okay. Laura's taking the brown one.
Okay. You got it, Laura. Thanks, honey.
B. Castro, let us know if you want the other one.
And let me know if you want Granny Square.
So yeah, we're going to go ahead and start off in Mexico. We have a Mexican pottery frog, and congrats, B. Castro. And he is green with dark green spots. Love the sculpt, just a little froggy. There's no markings on him, but he does definitely have that Mexico vibe. And he measures right about 2.5 inches. So we're going to go from Mexico now and hitch a ride, and we're going to go to Uruguay. We have Artesania Rinconada, and this is a baby moose, a baby girl moose with a little pink rack up there. So it is called, considered the baby moose. And yes, we've got the signature down there and everything. Very collectible, from the 90s. So that last frog was about from the 70s. Then we've got 90s in Uruguay. Now let's go to Denmark. Let's go to Denmark. We've got a really cool Danish piece. This is, I couldn't say for sure if he is Hans Balling. If he's Hans Balling, he's worth about 70, but most likely he would have a stamp or something on there. But they still did make them. Other different creators made them the same design of the little Vikings, very Scandinavian. And he has real fur for his beard, and then he's got like nice little tusks up here. Yeah, Hagar, totally. And yeah, he's a cool little guy to stand next to your drinks or your food to protect it all. So yeah, that's the third one. We have
being from Denmark.
No,
not sure why.
And we're going to go to Japan for one last little guy here, and this is that really beautiful Cryptomeria wood.
Yes,
it's carved, and it's actually made by Otagiri. It would have had a stamp down here, and they made quite a few of these little guys, very collectible in the 70s. And so you've got the mama bird feeding baby bird with the little tufts of real fur.
That is
look really cool. So yeah, we've got Japan representing some really cool crafted folksy birds. We have Denmark with our Viking, har har har. We have Uruguay with our Artesania Rinconada. And then last but not least, we're going back over to old Mexico with our beautiful pottery hand-painted frog.
Tonala Froggy.
Tonala Froggy. And I'm going to turn him this way just so you can see his back. And he does have his little feet up front, too.
Oh, him, too.
So, he's got lipstick, too. So those are the choices. 2.5 inches, 2.5 inches, 4 inches tall, and 3.5 inches long.
Fantastic.
So thank you guys so much. We're going to go ahead and count these guys down. We're at 15, looking for 16. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, I know, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, ribbit.
I know. I think they're all adorable. And they all came from the same estate sale.
Yeah.
So they all did belong to the same culture, believe it or not. Yeah.
It was all of their travels. I love going to estate sales where you can tell people traveled like constantly in the 60s and 70s. Those are the best.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're very cute. Thank you guys. All right. So Susan Jackson jumped in before the bid end. So Susan, let me know if you want our frog, our moose, our Viking, or our birds. And then Suzanne, you're going to be next after Susan Jackson.
And then Holly Berry is right behind Susan.
Okay. Thank you, Holly Berry, as well.
Yes.
Fun
Thank you guys so much. I know they are cute little choices.
Yes.
Fun.
Susan Jackson, just let me know which one or ones you want, and we'll go from there.
Awesome.
They're not talking to each other.
They're not speaking right now.
They're not speaking.
Aww.
All right. So these are our little fellers. This guy, this guy, this guy, this guy. Hello. Susan Jackson.
You might have lost service. That happened.
And you know, the comment could have been filtered as well. So.
Oh yeah, Susan. I wonder if your comment was filtered, babe. If you wrote one, will you write it again? I am so sorry because we are not seeing your choice, and I'm betting it was filtered.
Most likely. Yep.
It happens.
Yeah.
I typed something in earlier or last sale that was talking about a bunny, and I said something about a bun, and it was like, no.
No,
and
can't do that.
Okay.
We can see. Susan Jackson.
She might have lost connection too, or her phone might have died. All of such have happened to people during sales. So that's why I was like, find you, come back.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't know what to do, guys.
Susan, let us know. There she is. Okay.
Susan, let us know if you wanted the birds, the Viking, the moose, or the frog.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. Laura said she had to send hers 3 times. Yes, honey, we see you. We just didn't get your choice. So let us know. It probably filtered it out because YouTube is being so weird lately.
Yeah, weird.
I looked it up and it's basically like a glitch right now. It has nothing to do with my settings. It's a YouTube thing.
Yep.
All right. So if you guys see it and we don't, let us know. Oh, you know what's crazy? I see it in my phone, but I don't see it in my comments.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Weird. Frog to Brad, she said.
Oh, okay.
YouTube is not Bay. That's
right. Congrats, Susan Jackson. Going to Brad. Congrats, Brad.
That's so sweet, Susan. Thank you.
And then Suzanne.
Dean, and then Hollyberry.
Yeah. So Suzanne, let me know. Moose, Viking, birds.
Because he's a prince. Oh, that's sweet.
And then Hollyberry.
So cute. Okay. Yeah, poor Laura said she was 3 times. So it's just a YouTube glitch, friends. I'm so sorry. Suzanne and Holly. All right. We'll wait to hear from you in the comments. Suzanne Deem. All right. She said birdies.
Okay. Got you for the birdie. So Hollyberry, just let me know if you want one of these 2 guys. Thank you.
Thank you, Holly. All right. Okay. No worries, Hollyberry. If anybody wanted the other 2, just let us know. All right. Next up for myself, look at this.
Oh,
now,
yeah.
You guys know I am such a nerd for the flower power stuff. And I'm telling you, it was just a really weird, good week. So David actually found this one for me. It is a suitcase. And I'm starting it at 28. And it has one little area on the inside I want to show you before anybody throws down a bid. Hold on. It has a little crunchy spot right here. See this little, it does that. Okay. Now, does it really compromise the bag in any way? No. And once you put it full of stuff, will that pop out? Yes. It's just because it's empty right now. And there's a little bend right there. The bag itself is in excellent shape. The zipper is a little rusty. Oh, and by the way, it's from Japan. So get on the plane. We're heading back over to Japan. And this is 1960s. From everything I found, it's a Bantam bag. And that would be the brand, is Bantam. Look at this killer pattern. It is like a really heavy linen material. There are no stains. The handle itself is really nice. There's just some worn patina on the brass, of course. Just kind of lends credibility to the age. But it is the cutest little overnighter. Like, this is one I would grab if David and I were going to go up to the mountains for the weekend. It's a perfect little bag to just throw an outfit in. Boop, boop, boop. It is 17 and a half this way. Height is 13 and width is 6. So super duper cute. I love the pattern. Again, this was one that I was like, just because I love this kind of stuff. And you've got those magnificent peacock colors of the greens and the turquoise and like that violet and then kind of a fuchsia. It's so stinking cute. So it's a 60s mod flower suitcase, Bantam travel wear. Oh, and Bantam brand was normally sold at Woolworths and JCPenney's, I found out.
Oh.
So it's probably from one of those department stores. How great.
Yeah.
So thank you, Kathy, for your bid at 28. I'm going to count it down so we can get through the rest. And here we go. If you guys want to get in on this, come in at 29. Thank you so much. And it just has, Kathy, just so you know, it just has the one zipper here. It has no zipper back here. So it's really easy. You just flap it open, throw your stuff in, and you're good to go.
Yep.
15. Whoa, I just about knocked my glasses off. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Thank you so much for your bid, Kathy.
I love the way that they drew or designed the flowers. Very blocky.
Oh, it's so good. And the inside is nice and clean. So I think that's really great too because it's usable. Yeah. Isn't it fab, B? I know. I just love it. Kathy, congrats. It's coming to you. So cool. Yay. Thank you so much.
Right on. I love seeing suitcases get purchased because that means you're going to go travel. I love hearing everybody travel.
Nice and light, and anything else you bought, I can put inside it. How about that?
Yeah. That's also good. Yeah. So I have a really cool set. We're going back to Mexico, guys. I know it's closest, so we can travel there a little bit easier. Yes. But this set is pretty outstanding. Goes for about 50 to 60 sold prices online. This is from the 70s to 90s. They were made for almost 20 years. But now that I look at one of these does have a tag, I would say this is probably closer to 90s looking at this tag right here. But what's cool is, this is the one that didn't have one. I didn't see that on this one. They are signed by the actual maker. It's Gorky, Gorky, Gonzalez. And he designed what is considered like high-end Mexican majolica. And these were from his actual workshop. So this signature here, the AGTO, that means that it was made in his workshop in Guanajuato, Mexico. And when those are made there, they're a little bit more valuable. So they are little turtles, and they nest in each other, and they were a set of 3. And they were made for salsas and different side dishes.
My battery's dying. I'll be right back. I got to plug in my laptop.
Plug her in. And what's really cool is the shape. So you can see that turtle head. It's Gorky Gonzalez from Guanajuato. So Guanajuato. So hopefully I said it right. But yeah, you can see those stunned eyes and that really cool design in here. It is food safe, but more for decor, in my opinion. And they are all signed by Gorky. So you have the green paws there, or whatever you call them. And you've got little yellow for the beak. And then this one has like the orange on the inside. This has more of a brown and green, yellowish brown. And then this one here has blue for the design on the inside. So they all have a little bit of a different look to them, but they're all that same set.
Those are gorgeous.
Yeah. And when if you have time, sometime you just want to look something up, look up Gorky Gonzalez and look up some of his pieces. Very wonderful majolica style. And the painting is a little bit more pristine compared to some majolica. Like you have very straight lines and very nice artwork, and they are all signed and marked. So thank you, Holly Berry. I think these are stunning. Sarah found these for me, and I had never seen them before. Show you how they sit up, nice size, and then when you're looking down on them, bam.
Yes, those are so cool.
Yeah.
And by a famous designer, and I didn't even know. I just thought they were fantastic because they were beautiful Mexican pottery turtles.
They are cool and very neat, but yeah, apparently Gorky is quite the majolica kind of guy.
Well, so yeah, we figured
out that
I love that. Yeah. Very cool.
Count them down. Thank you so much, Holly Berry. Great little salsa dishes, handmade and signed. 15, 14, yes, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end. And on the majolica pieces, what's great is all of the paint, everything is underneath the glaze. So it is food safe. You just don't want to microwave or dishwash on them. All right. And there's our bid end. Holly Berry coming to you for 38. Congrats.
Fantastic. Congratulations. Good deal. Awesome. Well, if you've never flown, I encourage you to. You know, what is what the heck's going on?
Is it falling apart? Thank you, Holly.
Get off here. I'm like, I don't know. Probably when I plugged it in, I bet I moved my computer. Yeah, I don't love flying either. I'll be honest. I mean, I'm not trying to discourage anybody, but yeah, I flying is not my favorite. I agree. Yeah. So, okay. I have some quick claims, and I'm so happy to find these. These are for my Gen X kids right here, and maybe some elder millennials too, but mainly my Gen X peeps. These are all books by Stephen Cosgrove, and I had these books as a child. I had a whole bunch of them. Most of mine were paperback. I got into a little treasure trove of the hardbacks. And I would always order the paperbacks from book order. You remember, like, and I don't know if they still do this in classrooms. I need to ask Holly, but you would come to school with $2 and you got to pick out the book you wanted on the book order, and then the teacher would send it off, and then like 2 months later your books would show up. Yes, yeah. Totally.
I wonder if it's like all on like a kiosk now.
Well, I know they do book fairs and like bring the books actually into the schools now. At least that's what was going on when our kids were kids. But right. Now I'm like, I don't know what they do. I don't know. It's probably a website or something.
Digital books.
So I have Cosgrove books. Now, the neat thing about Stephen and his wife, Robin Cosgrove, is they made all of these books about social awareness. A lot of them have an environmental message. Some have a message against prejudice. Some have a message against hurting other people. They all are a lesson and a moral that's on the right side of history, which I love about these books made in the 70s. So I'm going to show them each to you. Most of you guys probably remember Trapper. This was a fave. It was the little fur seal. And I love his dedication. These were all Serendipity books. And this was the first. That is Serendipity the Dragon. She was the first Cosgrove book that was ever put out.
I didn't know that.
So, yes, and I had it. I had that one too. So dedicated to the harp seals of Canada, may they live in happiness on a mythical island called Samarkand by Stephen Cosgrove. This one is from 1981. So all of these have the full color pages. And the way that they animated their precious little faces, they are the cutest anthropomorphic animals ever. I feel like this is where I maybe got my start. I don't know. So Trapper is going to be choice number 1. I'll give you a price at the end. These are quick claims. Second one up is The Gnome from Gnome. This one is quite a bit harder to find. It wasn't one of the more popular titles, and dedicated to the people of Alaska who taught me that love is truly warm. Stephen Cosgrove. So this is about a little gnome that lives in Alaska with his little walrus buddy, which you can see on the cover. It is precious. Choice number 2. Choice number 3 is Creole. And I looked it up because I was like, Creole, of course, is like French African culture, and I wasn't sure where this was going, but it's pronounced Creole apparently. And it said this book is dedicated to Pharrell Brown, a man of many names and many faces. And it's so cute. He is like a big, I think he's a dragon. He's really cool. Creole walked by, birds became quiet, possum sat still, and the alligators all slipped away. They all thought that because she was so bad, she had to be mean too. So this one is don't judge a book by its cover, kind of appearance-wise.
Tell me a story.
Yeah, Lamb Chop, it's story time. In Search of the Save-Opotamus. This one I had never seen before, and I did not have as a kid. And dedicated to Winifred Russey, the original Save-Opotamus. And I feel like this is about a collector. Aren't we all kind of Save-Opotamuses, really? I know I am. I'm a big old win. Yeah, they packed the yo-yo with no string, the piece of rock, and all the silver, and rolled it up into a leaf, tied it with a piece of vine, and set off in search of the Save-Opotamus. So it's, again, sweet fantasy stories, always with a really good message at the end. The last one is Jake O'Shaughnessy. Again, this one I had never heard of. And based on the name of the bird, it says, dedicated to the Isle of Ireland, where Jake can always fly free. Stephen Cosgrove. And then his wife, Robin, did all of these beautiful illustrations. There he is.
Skipper.
Oh, Jake took a couple of deep breaths of fresh air, gulped once, began flapping his wings in hope of flying to the top. His flapping came to a sudden stop when he once again thought, oh, I don't believe I can do it. And again, this one looks like it's about believing in yourself and perseverance. So I love these. These are very, very special little books to my heart. $10 each, and claim with the name of the book. Okay. So $10 each, claim Trapper, Gnome, Creole, In Search of Save-A-Potamus, or Jake.
From State Farm?
Jake from State Farm?
What?
Okay, Wishnick, I've got you for the gnome. That one is yours, sweetie. And if you collect these maintain their value for resale. I did not realize until I went to look them up. I love them because they're part of my childhood, but they're actually valuable too. So that's cool. All right. So does anybody else for 10 each want Trapper, Creole, Save-A-Potamus, or Jake? I got you, Wishnick, for the gnome, and thank you very much. So awesome. I love these books. Does anybody else remember these? Did you guys have these?
I remember them. I never had one.
Yeah.
I remember them, at school.
Yeah. Awesome. I've got you down, Wishnick. Thank you, hun.
Congrats. All right. I have some smalls. These are from an estate sale, and I always love going into the office to see what they have. So I'm going to show you on this board just because it makes it a little easier. So these are all very little wooden dice. They are from what I could tell was the 40s. They're very collectible, usually about $1 to $2 each. I have 16 of them. And so I was selling them as a lot of 16 wooden dice. Great to put in your junk or your toy jar or joy jar, I think we call them. But they are very collectible. The old wooden, handmade wooden dice, they're about a 1/4 inch size. And each one you can see has been hand dyed in the center, and those are wood. So very cool dice, great for a game room, very collectible. And if I don't sell them here, I'm going to keep a couple and sell them on eBay. But this guy right here, I remember my mom having stuff like this. And this is a signed piece on the back. So it has been basically patented. It's going to be hard to focus it up. Here it comes. Just trying. Okay, so I'm going to read to you what it says. Ernest Stein is on there, and then I think copyright underneath that. And what I found out was it was made by Ernest Steiner. So Ernest Stein is a guy in the 50s and 60s, made a lot of small accessories for women and men for the office and for purses and that kind of thing. A lot of them were brass. And so you've got the enameled brass with the etched mailbox on the front. Here. And it's a stamp holder. And so when you pop it open, you've got the little windows for your stamps. It'll come with some extra stamps that don't fit in there, but general regular stamps do fit.
Stamps from around the world, might we add?
Yes, stamps from around the world in here. Yeah. And it's a very collectible piece. And the fact that it is marked on the back, it will have its value by this maker. So this little guy is about 1 1/4 inches in size. So perfect for your stamps, which is what it's made for. Nice little book, or 16 wooden dice from the 40s. And those are $18 for choice. 18 for choice. All right. And I will bring those back for the recap. Otherwise, I will put them on eBay. Thank you.
Those are cool. Oh, Gail's in. Watch out. Gail's in. Thank you, Gail.
I'll just do a quick countdown from 15. Thank you, Gail. And you can go ahead and start letting me know what you're interested in. 15, 14, after
stamps.
Huh? Oh, sorry.
There?
Yeah, why not? Hold on, Gail. So this was a 1 cent stamp, Tiffany, with a Tiffany lamp on it. That's cool.
Oh, that's awesome.
So this is the stamp that was actually in it. It's an unused Tiffany lamp stamp.
Oh, that's so cool. Yeah.
And then these others were on the table. on the desk, and I just grabbed some just to have to go with it. These are, what's that? I don't know where that's from.
I genuinely don't know. I don't want to say wrong.
Same. Got this one upside down.
Swiss.
Swiss.
Right?
Yeah. Swiss. American Craftsman, United States postage.
Nice.
And this one.
All I hear is pupper skitters. Yes, Holly, you have good ears. They're down there.
Yeah, walking around. They're like, all right. So yeah, fun little stamps in there. I love stamps just as like on miniature shelves. I think they look cool, or old money from all around the world. So that's all that's in there. So let's count it down for Gail. Anybody else wants to get in, you can. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end. You would think that I could make these look a little more visible.
You're silly.
I don't know.
You're doing it.
I'm trying. They're all so little. All right, there's our bid end. Gail, let me know if you want our wood dice or the stamp book. Thank you.
All right. Well,
Gail.
I have a holy grail for linen lovers. Yes, I do. And I will tell you, in all the years that I have sold vintage, I've never found this pattern before, and I'm so thrilled to find it. David, I am going to start this. Hold on just a second. Okay, I'm going to start the pair of these for 20. This is, congrats, Gail. Yay. This is a very, very hard to find vintage field crest linen pattern for vintage linen enthusiasts that make bedscapes. And yes, that's a whole thing. These are pretty much the best flower power sheets out there, more or less, arguably, but I have never found this pattern ever. It's very difficult to find. They must not have made much of it. So I'm starting the pair of these pillowcases at 20. No issues. Okay. Really pretty. The second one is just slightly more faded than the first one. Okay. It might have been used a little more. I'm not sure. But I mean, you can't, like when you hold them together, you can't tell. But up close, you can tell just a little bit. I know, Holly Berry, I almost died when I found these. I snatched them up real quick out of that closet at the estate sale. So this is Fieldcrest Perfection Fine Combed Percale, which basically meant you didn't have to iron them. You know, all of our grandparents ironed their linens. Do we do that? Absolutely not. And thank goodness for that. So $20 is what I'm asking for the pair. They are a standard pair of pillowcases. These go for much more elsewhere. But I thought I would offer them here first because they are extremely rare and they are really, really cute. Now, if you like 4 pillowcases to match, I have 2 others. One has a tiny pinhole and the other one has a little blemish. I will tell you, I have not laundered these. And I have another pair that I will sell for 15 if you want 4. So 20 for this pair and 15 for the other pair that has a pinhole and a little, I'll show you. It's like a little brown spot. It probably would come out in the wash, but I have not washed them. Boop, boop, boop. But I want you to know it's there. Let me find it.
And this is on the other 2 that you can add on.
I have 4 if you are I need 4 that match kind of person.
Right.
It's not real abundant, but okay. On the blemished one, that's the 15 pair. See right there on the heart where it's kind of dirty. Again, I think it'll probably wash out, but I haven't washed it yet. I haven't had time. So, and then there's a little pinhole on this one I saw somewhere. Let me find it. This is the second set. And Holly, I've got you so far for the first set, honey. And if you want the second set, just let me know. Oh, I can't find it. It's hard to find, but I promise you it's there. There's a little pinhole on this one somewhere. I don't know. I found it earlier. I'm not seeing it now. I don't know. So, okay, let me count this down. Thank you so much, Holly. And there are these two for 15, and then the pair that has really no issues is 20. So I'm counting that down. 15, 14, 13, 12. I know I love these colors. 11, 10, and you see the hearts, right? That's why it's so popular. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Oh yeah, my grandma Sharon like religiously ironed sheets and pillowcases and all kinds of stuff that didn't really need to be ironed. I know. Awesome. Holly Berry, just let me know, sweetheart. You've got the good pair. Let me know if you want the other pair for 15. You can do them too, and you'll have 4. Okay. Thank you so much, and congrats. They're gorgeous. Okay, that's really freaking weird, baby. That's I'm gonna let you know. I think that's a strange one. Napkin. Oh yeah, grandma etched for sure. I am not sure why they ironed them, other than I remember my grandma used a lot of starch on the bedding, and I think she ironed my grandpa's underpants too. I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
That was a thing. Yeah.
No. Yes.
It was
okay, Holly said, give me the original. So if anybody wants the other set of the pillowcases that have just like a pinhole and one has a little like blemish on the edge that might come out with wash, they're 15. And those are still available, guys. Thank you.
Awesome. Sweet. I have some L.E. Smith glass, and I have its original box with it. So before I go farther, I picked it. It was in its box. And as a bad picker, I didn't look it completely over until I got home. So I want to show you, there is an impact break right here on part of the fairy lamp. Try to get it out of the shine so you can see it. It doesn't take it all the way. You can see where the top has been nested on too hard and crap that off. So it's still usable, and actually it doesn't really show once you put the pagoda top on, because it sits right underneath, right in here. So I am offering this at $20 with the box because it does have some damage. However, it has so much life left, no issues anywhere else. And I think with that being said, you also have your original insert with the candle about half used. And this is one that you can put outside. You don't have to worry about it because you do have a little bit of damage that does hide underneath. You can enjoy it anywhere really. So it measures right about 6 inches tall, and you can put different color lights in, little electric candle lights. This shows on the box how you can do so with different colors, like so.
That is so pretty. I would put, oh my gosh, David, we have those color changing candles. You know, the doohickeys, you know.
Yeah, I know the little, little tea lights.
Yeah, votives.
And that would
be so cute.
It would totally be cute. It has a really cool Asian theme vibe going on. So I think as a lantern, fairy lamp would be awesome outside on a patio.
Oh, yeah.
It's very thick glass. So unless you've got like softball size hail, it's not going to blow away and it's not going to break. So yeah, $20. And it comes with its original box, which is always a fun thing. I would say it's probably late 70s, early 80s is what I found online, but I couldn't date the exact year on it. But yeah, L.E. Smith.
Yes, it's L.E. Smith, which is, as you can see, a Pennsylvania Glasgow. But it's an Asian lantern, and it's just absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, it is. And yeah, it would look really good with that. I got these both at the same place, and yeah, they look really cool together. They have that nice Asian vibe going on. But yeah, just $20 with its original box, and I will bring him back for the recap. Thank you guys.
That is pretty. Nice glass, and I would put a color changing votive in that and get frisky with it. I love stuff that changes color.
Totally. I love the clear.
Okay. I have some cute jewelry that I picked up this week.
Just a second, Robin. I'll go ahead and just do a quick countdown because I know there's a little bit of a lag and all. And thank you so much for your bid. I'll count them down. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid. Thank you so much, Robin. It's a beautiful piece, and it'll be wrapped in its original box, and it will come with the original insert candle.
Very cool. Awesome. Congratulations, Robin. Nice get.
Congrats, Robin. Coming to you. Thank you.
Yeah, at least that's quality glass. Love that. Yeah. Okie dokie. I am going to start these at $12 for choice. And both of these are from the 40s, which is why I decided to choice them together. And I will tell you, the first one drew my eye because I was like, is that Bakelite? Okay, don't get excited. It is not Bakelite. $12 for choice. They are glass. They are little Italian glass beads. And they are on this little bracelet. And they are all glass. And look how the patina is on the bracelet. It is aged. Again, I dated this to the 40s with the beads. And I just think it is the cutest thing. It is a little bracelet. And I will tell you, this will not fit my wrist. This is going to fit someone with a petite wrist or maybe a kiddo.
Child.
Let me tell you. Boop, boop, boop. Length, it's 6 inches. It's 6 inches long from clasp to closure. Okay. So that is going to be choice number 1. The cute little bracelet. And again, I think they look like cherries and it looks like Bakelite, which is what initially drew me in. That's right, Laza. We're going back to Italy. So beautiful little vintage 1940s glass beaded bracelet. First choice. Second choice is going to melt your heart. Have you seen the little baby monkey that went viral this week because his mom rejected him and he ended up carrying around a little stuffed animal? Here he is. Here he is. So this is a little 1940s pin. And I love these. It's made of wood and tooled leather. I've sold quite a few of these little pins over the years. They are very iconic. So little monkey's bod is made of wood. His head is made of wood and he has little red leather ears and he's got googly eyes. Now his little head swivels on this little rusty screw and you can see definitely how old it is. It does have aged patina, but this is the cutest little pin. And his little head moves. I just cannot get over how precious this is. Okay, Wishnick is in at 12. If anybody else wants to come in on these at 13, just let me know. And you can take the little monkey that lost his mama. Seriously, have you guys seen the viral video? If you haven't, you really should go look at it. It is like, it'll make you cry. It's so sweet. You can tell he just wants to be accepted by the rest of the monkeys. And he's dragging around this little raggedy looking mama monkey that he's like sleeping on, and then they finally accept him, and it's just so precious. Brad knows what I'm talking about. Yeah, those monkeys were in the beginning, and then they finally accepted him. So I'm going to start a countdown. Yes. Okay. Google the monkey when we're done. You will not be sorry, but it might make you sad. Just a forewarning. Okay. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid in. Was that his name, Punch? I couldn't remember his name, Lisa. I know. You saw. He's so cute. Let's get him out of there. I know. I'm like, I'll adopt him. Oh, so sweet. I know. I'm a sucker for animals. That precious monkey broke my heart this week. And he went viral everywhere. I know. It's paragraph. It's David, you shouldn't watch it. You'll cry.
I probably won't. I know I've seen parts of it, but I haven't watched it all the way.
Thank you, Susan. Yes. Okay, so Wishnick is going to get the bracelet for 12. If anybody else wants my little 1940s wooden googly-eyed monkey pen, you just let me know. Yes. All right?
Release the monkey.
Release that monkey. Yes.
All right, I've got something for our Star Wars fanatics out there and crafters. So it's 1977 as is. So it's a Star Wars New Hope twin sheet, and I want to show you the as is part real quick first. But well, the tag's right here, and that's always hard to find. But we've got our tag right here, twin, 50/50 polyester cotton, and made in the U.S. But we're going all the way into the stars, so in the outer space on this one. It's the fitted sheet. Sorry, not fitted. It is the twin sheet. Yes, flat sheet. And so on the top of the sheet, you're going to see where Junior got a little too wild. Got a little rip right here. You've got a little hole right there. And I want to say the other is right. Oh, yeah, there it is, right here. So it's right at the top and then right here. The rest of it is in great condition. There's no holes throughout. The rest is just right up at the top. So if you were wanting to make curtains, pillows, different things like that, make a onesie for your nephew and make him go to school in a onesie. No, but anyways, it has all of the really cool design from 1977 Star Wars, and yeah, great sheet, large fabric, and they don't make it anymore like this. So from 1977, and your Star Wars friends can have like a really cool curtain, a really cool pillow, or make them a shawl.
You know, honestly, if you are a sewing person and somebody is obsessed with Star Wars and wants this as a curtain, all you would have to do is turn down that top lip with the damage, sew it, and then run a rod through it. I mean, yeah.
It is. Yeah, it almost reaches the ceiling from the floor. So you could take some of it off and turn it into a big curtain, couple of curtains.
A bag. Yep.
A bag.
Clothes. Yeah, these are, and 18 is a good deal on this. These go up there. The original. Yes. This is not a repro. This is the OG Star Wars stuff.
Yes, this is the OG from A New Hope. Yes. So cool. And it's
Leia and Darth Vader, C-3PO, Han Solo, Chewbacca. I love Chewbacca.
Heck yeah, you can make pocket squares, make little hankies.
Yes.
You want. But yeah, it's the rest of it is in great condition. It's just right at the top where it has been pulled, possibly used as a curtain. I don't know. But the rest is great. So just $18 for the twin sheet. Great for your crafting and for your Star Wars buddies.
Oh, heck yeah. It would easily make a curtain. You could rehem it and still use it as a sheet. Yeah. I mean, decoupage, absolutely. You could do a lot with that if you're feeling like you want to have the OG Star Wars theme going on. I think Leia's face is hilarious too. Oh, seat covers. Yeah, absolutely. I love Leia's face. It's very 1970s. Yeah.
Yeah. Totally. Yeah. All right. Well, thank you guys. If interested, just $18. Craft for 2 weeks, maybe a month
or more. Yeah.
Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Oh, a tablecloth. You could definitely use it as a tablecloth.
It would be a great tablecloth, actually. Yes.
Thanks,
all right. Let me go this way. I think this is my last round. Yes, it is. Okay. And then stick around because we have a recap. If you just got here late, no worries. We'll go through the recap. Yes. Brad, fun fact, David had not seen Star Wars until what, babe? We watched it with our kids like 2007 or 8.
Yeah.
Yeah. He never watched it as a kid either. Super religious parents wouldn't let him. So
yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah. But it's fun to watch it the first time as an adult. It was a lot of fun, especially with kids.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. So my next round is $12 for choice. And first up is a really cool piece. Again, Cryptomeria, a lot like the little wooden pieces David had earlier. Now, Cryptomeria, when you hear about it, is Japanese cedar. It's actually Japan's like national tree. And anytime you see this kind of like ribbed wood looking, that is Cryptomeria. It's nice and lightweight is the great thing too. So it's not going to take up a lot of space. I literally pulled this down from the estate sale. It was up high over a bar and I pulled it down off the wall because you know how I do. And it's etc. I think that's so cool. Now the back has just a little chippy chip off the back corner, does not affect display. And this is the hole that it was hung with. A little primitive. You could always put a hanger on it if you wanted to, or you could set this up on a bookshelf too and lean it. It will sit if you want it to. But I love it. It's so 70s. And those of us that have really eclectic homes and spaces, it's kind of my motto, etc. A little bit of everything for Sarah. Yeah. So that's going to be choice number 1 at $12, estate sale find, etc. Choice number 2 is the iconic 1980s Rainbow Pride mug with a Rainbow Pride heart. Super sweet, no chips, no issues. Great shape on this little guy, and those are your choices for 12. So awesome. You can do etc. made by Cryptomeria Wood, or you can do the little rainbow heart mug. All awesome. Right, $12 for choice. Put in 12 if you are interested, and we can count them down. Thank you, Holly Berry. All right, and if anybody else wants to get in, now is the time. Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end. Thank you so much. Did you really, Laza? That's so cool. Yeah, definitely like 70s chic. I remember seeing this over at like one of my friends' houses as a kid. Very cool. Thank you so much. Holly Berry, you are getting the mug, sweetie. Thank you so much. If anybody wants etc., let me know. $12. All right. Thanks,
right. Guys. Well, that means we're at our recap, eh?
Whoop, whoop.
Sure. Thank you guys so much for an awesome sale. We have some more items available that we're going to show right now. All you need to do is just type in the word and the dollar amount of the item that we're showing. So it's just going to be a kind of like a quick claim unless there's more than one person interested in that moment. So we'll start with this beautiful cast iron from 1970s. It is the Walter Bossi style bird votive holder. It is from San Francisco, made in Japan, and very popular design, but done in Japan in their modernist movement. So this is $24, very nice modernist looking piece. So just put in bird 24 and I will know what you're talking about. I also have this really beautiful wooden, hand carved and painted mask, and it is of a jaguar, or they call it a tiger, but it's the jaguar from Mexico, and it's a traditional dance mask for hunting. Is usually what the dance would be about, capturing their kill. So this I had at, I think it was $24 on this. Really nice condition, about 4.5 inches. So just put in tiger 24. Oh, and I had this Artesania Rinconada little baby moose, little girl moose. She's $12. Just put in 12 moose, as well as 12 for our little Danish feller. And he is two-toned wood, not Hans Bowling, but definitely like that. And I'm just asking $12 for our little Viking. I'm not going to show you the dance. No.
Nice.
I also have a really cool Kokeshi bottle. It is a sake bottle from 2015. It's got its marking on the back in the shape of the old Kokeshi dolls. I'm asking $18 for that. Just put in bottle 18. Susan Jackson, I see you for that fun moose. And the moose is going to do a dance. Yay, I'm going Susan Jackson. All right. And I also have, and this is for a specific person out there, but I have the rocket, 3 rockets in launcher, all complete in its range box. And this is Flying Model Rocket Starter Set by Estes, made in the US. It comes with the launch pad, the big rocket, the box and all instructions, as well as 2 more rockets and the trigger. That all comes together for $28. $28. Really cool rocket set. And then the last thing I had was this really cool lamp. I was just asking $36 on it. Only reason I was asking so little is because the hurricane glass is slightly damaged. It's broken down in this spot right here, but it still works great and sits in there nicely. So I'm asking 36. It's in the style of the old Orient Express that went from Paris to Istanbul. And that's the replica. So $36 for the lamp with the beautiful claw feet. All right. And that's everything that I had.
Fantastic, babe. Awesome. Okay, guys. Recap for me really quickly. I had these fantastic German bunnies, and they are adorable. I was asking 40 on them. They are made by Lottie Sievers, hand carved in Germany. They date to the 70s. Each one goes 35 to 75, just depending on its age and what shape it's in. The little girl bunny had some wax, probably from a candle they were next to. Has a little wax on her dress right there. It's not a big deal breaker, but I want you to know it's there. And then a teeny little spot right there too. Okay. She is felt, and I was asking 40 for the pair, but I would take 38 for the pair. They do have wired ligature. You can bend them however you want, hands and feet. They can stand if you want to put them in doll stands, or they can sit either way. And they are cute as they can be. The brand that made them is Han, H-A-H-N. And Lottie Sievers is the heirloom folk artist that made them. So claim 38 70s bunnies. They're super sweet.
Those are
we'll put them on eBay if they don't sell here. No big deal. Boop, boop, boop. Oh, I had this gorgeous. This is silver filled. It's not plated. It's real silver filled. And I'm asking 50 on this. It is a collar necklace representing unity. You can see the little hearts with the fingers. It is absolutely stunning. It did shine up really beautifully with my silver cloth. It's not plated. It is silver filled, which is worth more than silver plated items. So I believe this is artisan made to look like a Taxco 1960s necklace. I'm asking 50 on this because it is real silver. Okay, so just claim collar necklace 50. Boop, boop, boop. Oh, I had my etc. made by Cryptomere wood from an estate sale, very 70s, asking $12 on that. Asking $12 on my little monkey pen with the cute little Google eyes. And after I put his eyes under black light, I think they do glow. So really cute little booger, $12, 1940s monkey pen, and his little head swivels back and forth on a little screw. Isn't he precious?
Yeah.
So $12 on baby monkey. I had Tiny Teddy that rolls and plays the xylophone and works for $26, made between 1958 and 1962. Put in 26 Tiny Teddy Fisher Price toy. He does play the xylophone and rolls and works great. Then I had these butterfly plates designed by Joseph Kuba. And it is Heinrich porcelain that they are transferred onto. $10 each. And we'll call this one $10 orange butterfly, $10 tiger butterfly, and each one will come with a plate hanger if you ask me for it. I have plate hangers for these.
Yes.
So if you want a plate hanger, let me know. They're 7.5 inches in diameter. Tiger butterfly. And here's the info on the back. It'll say Western Germany. And it says Heinrich Bavaria underneath. And then the JWK stands for the designer of the transferware. Okay, Kathy, I've got you for Tiny Teddy. Congrats. He is super sweet. Add to your precious collection. You need to send me some pictures, Kathy. Kathy's got some cool stuff. So next up for $10, same porcelain maker. This is a yellow swallowtail. So just say swallowtail 10. or large blue butterfly 10. And I will give you the plate hangers for free if you want them. So you can make a plate vignette wall with these.
Nice.
Okay. So hi Dawn, how's it going, sweetie? Good to see you. I think, let me see, hold on. Did that. And Tiny Teddy, I gotta write Kathy down for.
Okay. While you write that down, I forgot I didn't show these small wooden dice. I have 16.
I'll come back to the book. Go ahead.
Okay. So yeah, 16 of these little wooden dice. They're all coming together for 15. I'll do 15 on those. 15 for 16 wooden dice from the 40s. All right, and then I have this Star Wars blanket with the damage, and that was 18. I forgot to mention.
The top sheet. Yes.
Okay, Holly, I got you for those. They're so great. So I got you for all 16. Thank you.
Fantastic. Okay, I had my Robin and Stephen Cosgrove books. Old hippies wrote these in the 70s. Each one has like a really sweet message or lesson. And you can choose from Jake O'Shaughnessy. Just say Jake 10, Save 10, Creole 10, Trapper 10. Okay, and those are Stephen and Robin Cosgrove books, hardbacks. Yeah, that's it, guys. What a wonderful sale. Thank you so much. Always when there's not a ton to recap, that feels really good. So thank you for supporting small business on this Sunday evening. Yes, and Laza says, please remain seated with your seatbelts on until the plane has arrived to the gate. Yes. I love that, Laza. So yes, thank you, our Vuvu, for backing up Lisa tonight. And Lisa, thanks for rocking those bid-ins, sis.
Yeah.
And you have a lot going on at your house, so we really appreciate you. And thank you so much, Vuvu. I hope you're feeling better. I do. So you guys, we will be back Wednesday night. I think we're doing a table sale, but don't quote me on that. I'm not for sure yet. It's in the works. Yeah. So I need to just go see what we have, and then we're going picking, of course, tomorrow and Tuesday. So thank you guys again for being here and supporting small business. If you would hit that thumbs up, we're trying to get to 100. Hopefully maybe by the end of the broadcast or with the replays, we'll get to 100 thumbs up. We're very close. So thank you guys again for a great night supporting small business. If you're watching on the replay and you want to claim something from the recap, email us immediately here at ttbsarahc@gmail.com, and you can grab whatever you want before we get it sent over to eBay. Okie dokie. So if you have any questions, of course, email us. The best place to get a hold of me is my Instagram DMs if you're needing to chat with me immediately. And please join our Facebook group if you haven't. The link is in the description of the video. I highly encourage everybody to go Google the little viral monkey that lost his mama. He is just precious, and I think he's doing okay now. And check out our eBay shop. The link is in the description as well. And we'll be getting all of the things that didn't sell listed over there this week, if you change your mind. So have a wonderful week, you guys. Thank you again for all the love and support. The chat was so fun. Phil's generous spirit was definitely here with us tonight, and I'm grateful for each and every one of you. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Thank you guys for traveling the world with us.
Yes, it was a fun night. We did. We traveled the world with vintage. I love that. And I love that we live in a place where we're able to find so many different cool vintage finds from all over the world. We're very fortunate. So, all right, you guys. Well, we'll see you Wednesday night, same time, 8 p.m. Eastern. If anybody needs anything, you know how to get a hold of us, and have a wonderful week. Do something nice for a stranger. Do something good for yourself as far as self-care. Take a break from your phone. Take a break from the internet. Take a break from the news. And take care of yourselves, because we love you and we need you back here. All right, guys. Have a great night. Peace, love, and vintage to all. Good night. Yes, ankle swollen from travels. I'm with you. Good night, you guys.
Good night, guys.
Stay. Bye.